to play Dungeons and Dragons.
Woo!
Indeed. You've done that? That's not on yet.
Doesn't matter.
It's just me at the moment. So yeah, we are here. We're going to see where this goes. So, that's been away for a couple of weeks. It's been away it's been a while. Been away for a couple of weeks. Just doing life things.
Heavy tolls.
Had to earn those heavy tolls. You queued for a long time. That was your main thing that you did.
If a heavy toll was 1 queue, I'd never get a heavy toll in my life. Honestly, it's not worth it. Don't go to the Pokemon Center. It's full of lies.
And queues.
And just full of queues, yeah. I've never seen such an exhibition of British culture in my entire life. Of seeing about 4,000 people queue and no one moan for about 6 hours. They were more than happy.
Yeah, sounds about right. Good old British value.
Just sitting in there, just... How long do you reckon it's going to be? About 4 more hours. Ooh, so we're getting close then. No!
God damn it! So, where we last left off, you guys have been completing your various adventures. You had travelled back to Alfheim. Done good by the king. Things then got worse when there was an assassination attempt on him. And you.
It was just a scratch.
After revealing that there was a poison that had been infected into the king, and you guys had all been poisoned by the same thing, it was believed that Georges was the culprit after a series of framing, seemingly, things had happened.
When an assassin kept a note in his pocket with the writ on it.
When you're going for an assassin, you have to get your receipts.
You don't carry it with you
The
while
assassin
you're doing the
doesn't-
assassination.
Why does the assassin doesn't
have
keep
a
the receipt? But
For his tax returns.
for the sake of making life easier, Georges disappeared into a bodice and escaped into the sewers.
Was it Seamstress
Selena.
That was it.
So just Lena made her way
Her.
to the hotel that you guys stayed at before, the Gebu Inn. Having spent a night there, and the rest of the party joining you there, and not believing for a second
That you were a
that you were a woman, you did then make your way down to Anlang, where you had a house. You decorated the house a bit, and those that were here picked rooms, and Jared just got a room that was assigned to him, because what was left. Some cookies were made by Gundamir, your friendly genie, as the Legion of Storms appeared and decided that they were going to have a conversation, because they'd been charged with capturing Georges on behalf of his, well, we'll say his first murder victim's family? Sort of?
3rd degree murder.
Manslaughter.
You'll never
It's a
hold
little
up
bit
in
much.
court.
Tomato, tomato.
Having had the conversation with them, they revealed that actually it was seemingly part of a plot from the Cult of the Void, something that you had come across fleetingly at various points in your journey. Having agreed that probably the best thing to do would be to sneak onto their ship that they had docked outside, you did so, and then that happened. Exactly.
Remember.
Lyra's in embers.
The Rangers aren't fireproof.
No, Lyra and one of the Legion, Bella, snuck onto the boat, had an explore, found some evidence, and then promptly blew it up after being caught out by a bunch of devils. And, clever girl, Lyra is, teleporting down to where all the barrels of gunpowder were, and going, "Fuck it!" It did not end well for the boat, most of you.
Anything within a square mile.
There was a massive explosion. The 2 barbarians were fine, and George catapulted away, but in vaporising everyone.
What? When you said the 2 barbarians were fine,
You were not dead. You were not dead instantly.
it's not like I'd just gone to the trip to the bloody spa.
What do you mean? There was foamy water. It was hot. You got cleansed. You got a cleanse. It's fine. You sank to the bottom of the ocean, but you were fine.
Cleanse.
In a very final destination moment, you flash back to just before you set off having had the discussion again and realised what the hell had actually gone on. A new plan was formed that, with this evidence that you had somehow acquired, you were going to have a conversation with the king by handing George in and challenging his accuser to a duel, trial by combat.
What could possibly go wrong?
Meanwhile, the Legion were going to go off and sabotage the boat. Seems simple enough, right?
They can
right?
do that. Yeah. We told them where the gunpowder was, and then went, and you can do the rest yourself.
I mean, they knew where the gunpowder was. They'd been on that shit for a month.
Now they really
They're
know
also
where it
better
is.
than us.
Whoa!
Have you not seen their minis? They're like a half-inch bigger than yours.
Which
Plus 2 levels.
naturally means that they're better.
Yeah.
So this is not everything.
Exactly!
So George the tiny penis, that's canon.
Wow.
Yeah, but have you seen the size of his spear?
Overcompensating for something. So,
No, he's Allmaster, not Longspear. That was last campaign.
yeah. Never used a spear either. That was the thing that got me. He never used a spear. He used a lance and a sword. That was about it. Anyway, that is where we pick off. In the pre-dawn hours, you guys are in the house as the Legion set off. Leave you behind. So, Wandering Stars. What would you like to do?
Well, first off, we need to get permission to fight on the Rainbow Bridge. So,
Why are we trying to fight in the one place that's going to be the most difficult if everything goes south?
why go south? I have faith.
Well, first of all, we have to go and see the king. He may well decide where he wants the combat to take place.
More than fair.
I imagine it wouldn't be the Rainbow Bridge, it would be somewhere in his kingdom.
Yeah, that's what worried me so much.
Why is that a problem?
Well, Alfheim and Asgard don't really get on, so if things were to go south over there, we could hide you over there and they wouldn't have much jurisdiction.
If I may interject, they get on fine.
They get on fine.
They're neutral with
But
each other.
but
They're allies, technically.
Yeah, but they also don't they will seek any option to not go to war with each other.
Yes. But you do know that there are generally if there was to be a trial by combat, either somewhere on Niflheim is generally good. There's a few mountain
cold.
outcroppings, yeah, or the Rainbow Bridge is generally considered as a neutral place. The Bifrost is actually considered as a fairly neutral place for duels to take place.
Can you have anything that makes you better at fighting when it's cold? There's a lot of ice and frost going on over there.
So it's literally his build based on the items he's got.
Yeah.
Well, no, the
Climate not affect you in any
I mean, it just
way?
makes it just. He's
I-
resistant to fire.
I don't know. I don't think there's anything like if you're in a cold environment, you get extra HP, because that'd be really cool.
I mean, he
I'm not
does,
worried.
but only because he can cast Armor of Agathis.
Ah,
So
well,
technically, he does.
fuck to do that anywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not going to Niflheim.
You should.
I'm reasonably happy with what I have. I do not think any of you have anything that would be particularly useful for me.
Unless you want to be real strong.
I'm trying to think.
Because that's not my usual fighting style. I've seen you use it and it is effective. What do you have in mind? I do not think we have time for a training montage before I hand myself in.
There's always time for a training montage. To the mountains.
Montage.
Even Rocky had a mountain.
Well, the belt that we got out of the Shadowfell, which I'm wearing but not actually attuned to at the moment, gives you an incredible increase to your strength, which I'd be more than welcome to lend to you.
I think my
I do actually have a spare achievement slot.
You do?
Yeah. I thought I had to attune to the Frostbrand, but I don't.
Really?
It's not on the item card
I'm
anyway.
pretty sure Frostbrand. I think we had this before. Frostbrand items do require
they don't.
attunement. I'll double check. We have the DMG somewhere. You carry on. I'll do that and I'll let you know.
Yeah. So if you would like it, I'd be more than willing to give you it. For now. Dylan the rogue.
I think I've really got anything very much that would be of assistance. I've got this amulet.
What does it do?
Well, once a day, it makes it helps to guide your weapon strategy to advantage once per long rest. I think. Is that what it does?
I think
Makes
it's
it a
one
10,
for
doesn't it?
short rest, I think, for the clockwork amulet.
And you can make a strong 10.
Yeah, you make
Next
any...
dawn.
Oh, okay. So you make any D20
Oh no,
roll.
it's not D20. It's a guaranteed 10.
Yeah, you make
Yeah.
a D20 roll a 10.
That's not particularly useful.
Depends what
Yeah,
your
with your
modifier
modifiers, might be useful. For the record, a Frostbrand item does require attunement.
It does.
Yes.
Okay, there we go.
Just might need to mark it on your sheet or on
That's
your card that
something
it's
that
attunement.
doesn't require attunement.
No, that doesn't.
Thank you for the offer, but I
Fair.
think I will keep the magic items I already have. Let's have some breakfast and then we shall be off.
Yeah, we should just head towards the kingdom.
I mean, if you needed it, I could give you some guidance before you went out there, or maybe I could bless you. I think I may not have prepared it today.
He always
I
has
mean,
plans.
I might be able to cast something on you to help you, but it depends what's allowed in the case of a trial of this sort.
We shall have to see.
I've just remembered, I do have bless available to me today, so I could bless you.
As Lyra said, let us wait and see what the rules are. But if that is allowed, I would greatly appreciate it, my friend.
Okay. Shall I make some breakfast now?
Thank you if you are free.
Cedric wanders off into the kitchen, comes back out with a mushroom stew.
Fair.
With rice. So, you know,
Nice.
Tasty.
yeah. Be warned, we're going to have an engine in a moment. Possibly.
That smells so good, my stomach is rumbling.
There it is.
That's a weird stomach.
I know. Just vibrating. Every week. What does he do? What does he do when he goes off?
Goes to get dinner.
Oh, I see. Is it like walking distance to the chip
No, he
shop?
goes to the Dustin one.
Ah.
Best one in the country.
Is it?
It is.
Oh,
Literally. UK
there you
number
go.
one.
There you go, kids.
I know. Just,
Dustin what though?
I don't know. I'm never here to get it.
He's in here.
They get it, I go and have cereal.
Because it's bedtime.
You have alcohol.
Yeah. That's why I have cereal. 6 all up.
Dinner of champions.
Exactly.
So,
Just waiting for the day you come in and out with a bowl full of cornflakes and 4 berries on them.
Don't tempt me.
Tia Maria. Just.
Oh wow.
It's milky.
Oh.
Baileys.
Yeah.
Baileys. That was the one I was looking for.
Baileys and Cocoa Pops.
We got white
I'll be right back.
Other alcohols and cereals are available.
I'd recommend it.
But, having had breakfast, how are you guys getting there? Are you walking? Are you going to walk the 2 days to get there? Given that the attack is supposed to take place tomorrow morning.
I think we're going to ask Gundamir to cast Windwalk on us again. Is that right? Sorry,
makes
in
sense?
You know what, I'm not gonna
out
argue
of
with-
character
yeah, sure.
in 2 weeks.
We could just wish ourselves there as well. Just
Maybe we leave
keep-
that as a
keep
backup.
bringing it up.
Wait,
Like,
why don't we just keep him
I did wonder if
around
there was a
just
way
in case
to
we
use
need
the
to
wish to
use
help
that
him
wish
with
last
his
second?
He only hangs around for an hour.
Let's get back to
Li-
Slaker's Baking out of the oven.
Lyra says that wishes are very powerful and they shouldn't be used. I think she doesn't like them.
Okay. Well, I mean, I don't know how the spell works that well either. So.
Don't forget that we have an audience!
That's why I just whispered like this.
I don't know how the spell works, okay?
Apologies if you are deaf and you've been reading lips this entire time and these two idiots just cover their mouths. Anyway, I will fight you outside.
But that was for the deaf people.
Right. Thank you. So, you summon Gundamir for the sake of expediency. Gundamir flies you over there with Windwalk.
Do the voice.
Oh yeah, I can cast it. I can cast it in.
Don't deprive me of that. You always do that fucking robot thing.
Sam?
Yeah. So you do Gundamir, alright? I like Gundamir. I don't like Sam.
Hi there, would you like me to pay you
Just a
10 gold?
dick.
Did someone sample Gimbal Bimble Farshot Timbers?
I may have done Gimbal at some point on here. What,
No, I mean that sounds like they
It's very
sampled Gimbal.
It's very similar.
It reminds me of that Seinfeld episode where Kramer pretends to be movie phone, and he's like calling up and
It's never
pretending.
been on TV in this country.
Really?
Yeah. It's going to be on Netflix apparently. Or it's going to be on something.
Oh,
I mean, there's
services are available.
And yeah, but not until the 31st of March.
What
That's
is
a
that,
jo-
Brexit?
I mean, we don't know, but 31st March is when Disney Plus comes to the UK. If you didn't know, there you go. Now you have learned a thing.
And they've ruined it for me.
What? Spoiler alert! Spoiler alert! Something's happening. Is that how disappointed you are?
It's a 1, so yeah.
Okay, you've got rid of a 1.
That could hurt.
So you fly Gundamir,
Yoo-hoo.
pick some cake out. You land outside the city limits. How are you now proceeding to transform back? Obviously, you can't fly into the city because of the barrier, so you have to go through passport control.
I need to remember that I can fly in the city.
You can fly in the city, yes.
I keep forgetting
Sorry, I can fly. It's not something big.
You can fly permanently.
in the city.
Depends
You
how
can look
high.
down as literally as well as figuratively.
I mean, she can look down on you literally anyways. The only one she can't look down on is Cedric because
I can
he's
look down
taller.
at Cedric in the city.
Yeah, in the city you can look down on Cedric. Everywhere else,
But I wouldn't do that.
no, Cedric.
Just as to everyone else.
Who do we look down most on? Kafina. Because she's at our knees.
Both ways.
Yes, that was implied. So, how are you guys proceeding with this?
I think that you should go first there. You are most likely to be given a naming by the guards.
Yes, I'll talk to the guards. Any encouragement that I don't know if Cedric is able to give me any encouragement in speaking to people.
Let me see. I will check my book of prepared stuff.
Or cantrips? Does he have
I can
guidance?
give you a bit of guidance. As long as you do something in the next minute, Artemis will guide you.
Well, I'll go and speak to the guards quickly then.
Kelatar says, and also, if you like, I can give you a little bit of a pickup, if you know what I mean.
Adjust his
You feel
PG Kelatar.
you feel dirty with that inspiration. the inspirational wink. Use that at your peril.
So I should go to guards.
Go up to the guards, yes.
What
Yes,
time of day
hello.
is it now?
Well, in Alfheim it's day. It's probably at this point 8 o'clock in the morning.
Really didn't take us long to fly the 2 days worth of travel.
No, you fly at 10 times your normal walking speed.
That's true. Okay.
So you sort of flew in about 80 minutes. It's about 8.
Sorry, you were saying they
Yeah, you see you come in and you go, yes, hello, stable business?
Good morning.
So I find a pencil, excuse me?
We are escorting a prisoner for questioning by the king.
And who is the prisoner?
That would be me.
Georges Allmaster.
They draw their swords and just point them towards
He has
George.
come of his own free will.
Be that as may, we are under orders to take him in irons when we come across him.
The king is aware we are coming with him this morning.
Regardless, we still have our orders.
That is fine.
Alright.
If it makes them
We're
feel
not
safe.
into it.
Wouldn't that be the first time?
They look at each other. They look at the youngest of the group and says, sort him out. The guy sort of gets manacles and clamps them on your wrist. They're heavy, they're not tight. Yeah.
Should have said that.
How disappointing.
And they sort of start leading you through the streets. They sort of form a formation around you. The rest of you sort of following behind as you head to the king. They also send
fly
a
overhead to keep an eye on everything. In
Okay.
case we're being watched.
make a perception check.
I'll use the blessing, guidance and
That will have gone by now. The
Yeah,
bless will
right.
have gone. It's only lasts a minute.
What about the
Inspiration.
Inspiration is 10 minutes.
How big is it at this point?
D8.
Nice. Solid, yeah.
30.
30. You see everything.
Hawk's vision.
You know you are being watched because there was a human being paraded through the streets in manacles, and that's fairly unusual.
Yeah.
Also, the fact that there's a halfling that isn't in a muzzle, and a half-orc just sort of pottering around quite merrily in his very loud waistcoat.
Now, why isn't that a rule here? All halflings must be on leads and wear a burst.
That's only the feral ones. This one seems to be okay, but they're still unsure. She has technology, but we're still unsure about this.
So are we.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
She
yeah.
can combust at any moment.
Yeah. At will.
I have the storm.
Are you though?
Not really.
But looking around, there seems to be no more than the usual, early morning pottering around, people doing shopping and that sort of thing. You do notice that there is a runner that is making their way to the castle, as would be expected.
Slightly.
But you continue your fly, and
Yes,
everyone
I'll
else, you'll
just
walk.
Sort of keep pace with them.
Yep. Every so often the guards look up just to make sure you're still there. Keep going. But you are driving through the streets, and you get to the royal guards. George is transferred to custody, and you are led into the castle. Nuarte, the butler, opens the door into the throne room and announces, "The prisoner George Allmaster and the Wandering Stars." Make your way in, and Gerenolus is sat upon his throne with his council standing in a loose semicircle around you.
Including Arcanist Roy.
Yep. The Shire Roywin is there. She is on the far right as you're looking at her. Immediately next to Gerenolus is Lord Leodon Felvranger, who is the Master of Arms, Master of Blades, and High Priest Evendril. They are standing immediately beside him. The triplets are on the far left, and Oloro Slovenolis, with his evil ways, also standing on the right-hand side.
Next
I
to
bow.
Arcanist Roywin.
Yes.
I bow as well. And hope that the others do too.
Oh yeah, I bow, but is there a way to physically intimidate a person with just a stare?
Sure, make an intimidation check.
For Roywin.
You've seen Dad glares.
For Roywin.
Make an intimidation check.
Yeah. Oh shit, son. 26.
She sort of, as you sort of bow your head down to Gerenolus, you sort of go glare daggers directly at her, and she sort of flinches back slightly before she composes herself.
Oh, now I
keeping
stare
them-
off. This is me now.
Unfortunately, I've got other shit to do.
Yeah, you do. You're gonna have
Gerenolus,
to lose.
Gerenolus looks tired as you sort of wander in. He looks a bit concerned, but he sits upon his throne, his sword sheathed in its scabbard next to the throne. He appears to be avoiding eye contact with Lyra, though. The rest of you kind of notice this, sort of trying not to look directly into you. He appears to be ashamed and frustrated by what's going on. Great way to pull guys is murder put one of her best mates on trial.
Wait, so is the not looking at Lyra because he feels like he might execute George, or is it just sexual tension?
Make an insight check.
Right. Oh my god.
You rolled really
Oh,
good.
it's just ridiculous. Insight,
Yeah.
22.
Whispers.
He's just going to say
section
both.
about George.
I know you're going to let me down when things get good. I know it. It's 18 and a 19 back to back. Roll for initiative. 1. I know it. It's coming.
What's my initiative? -1. Yep, that sounds about right.
Yep.
He looks at you. Welcome back, Wandering Stars. I appreciate you bringing George to be judged before this council. Nuarte, if you could record the proceedings. George Allmaster, and he sort of sits up and goes into full formal, this is what I'm doing now mode. You stand accused of regicide by poisoning. How do you plead?
Not guilty.
Not very well, the plea is noted. High Priest Evendril, if you could please. The priest sort of shuffles forwards holding his holy symbol. Mutters a prayer. Steps back to the king's side. And leans down and just mutters something. He says, make a charisma saving throw for me. Just for the hell of it. I know that you want to fail it because of what's going on, but...
You can't choose to fail those things, can you?
Technically, in the wording, I don't think you can.
If he can't, can I hit him with Bane?
Not now, no.
I got
Okay.
18.
18? Okay. But you want to fail it anyway, so it's not too hard.
Well, presumably they're casting Zone of Truth.
No, it's power.
No, it's banishment, you're gone.
I want to fail.
That was easy. Right, job done.
Oh, we've dealt with this problem.
Shadow fell for George.
Been there, done that.
Uncle
Alright.
like nephew.
Now you can actually get it on with the Raven Queen.
He sits up and looks at you. Alright. Have you been to Solrisa and been associated with the organisation known as the Veil?
Yes, I have.
In what capacity?
In several different capacities. I was attempting to make contacts there.
For what purpose?
I thought they could be useful in the adventures, and I knew that there may be bounty hunters coming after me from Elendor, and I wished to see if they would be willing to inform me if there was someone on my tail.
And are you aware that the Veil can conduct assassinations on request?
I am not aware of that. It would not surprise me.
Explain to me what happened on your arrival on Jorvik.
Now you want to get me out of out of character.
We arrived. We went to the Rainbow Bridge. I was arrested. I may or may not have killed a commander in Asgard.
So just general.
Yeah.
So you relate what has happened for
Yeah.
the sake of expediency and your memory. You talk about turning up, Asher getting arrested by being drawn to the tourist trap that has caused so many criminals over time. Can't believe that happened. You fell for that
I
one.
didn't fall for it.
It's all Ross's
He
fault.
who is not here did it, and he knows he did it.
I'm sure if he's watching, he's giggling
Yeah.
merrily. Hi, Ross.
He's probably not watching.
No, he's probably not. He's busy. You sort of relay the series of events that led you to being in Alfheim. The trial by combat for Asher, exploring, bit of a wander, coming into here, taking part in the competition, the Dalat Athreth, and meeting Durenalis included. And Durenalis nods as if this tallies with what he knows. Did you have anything to gain from the death of my predecessor?
No?
And do you know what the poison was that was used on the king?
I believe it was oxycyanide.
Odds. Are there any other questions that the court may be providing? And just look at each of you as well, if there are any questions that you feel that, as defense attorneys, may be beneficial. Any information that may help here.
Oh god.
Sorry, would you like me to get Phoenix right and just objection?
I feel like I should have loads of things to ask.
I think maybe we should just cut to the simple question. George, did you in any way cause the death of the previous king?
No.
There we go.
What's the name of the Guild of Assassins?
Fail.
No, they weren't the Veil. They were the Scorpion.
Oh, the Scorpion. Scorpions,
Is it
yeah.
just called the Scorpion?
I believe it's the Order of the Scorpion. I believe. Something like that.
Have you ever been in contact with any members or agents of the Order of the Scorpion?
Not as far as I know.
Drones nods. Well, if there's nothing else, at that point, Shia steps forward and says, my king, I have an additional witness. Not one who observed the crime that he is accused of, but one who can speak to the proclivity of the accused towards this sort of crime. He is a noble of Elendor who has come seeking justice, and he may provide other questions to which we may not yet have thought the answer. Jonas nods. Please present the witness, then. And through the back doors, a smarmy youth of around 21 years old, dirty blonde hair and a closely shaven face, stormy grey eyes, dressed in black armour, with the carved emblems of the starburst that we're used to seeing on some of George's items. That seems to be representative of Elendor, as well as a pair of cupped hands gently below a ball of fire. A golden cloak hangs around his shoulders, giving off a slight light as it does so. And Amate says, Lord Diggory, Flamekeeper of Elendor. Diggory steps forward and kneels before the king. Your Majesty, Council, I come before you to provide an account of an incident which occurred in Elendor nearly a year and a half ago. The accused insulted the honour of my family by bedding my sister with no intent to wed her. She was betrothed to another, but such a defiling meant that the wedding could not go ahead. As an answer to this insult, my father challenged Allmaster to a duel of honour. I was also included in this duel as an active second, as was the halfling there. The duel was going poorly for Allmaster when he stabbed my father in the stomach. Upon his blood being spilled, his blood turned black, and he fell to the ground dead. Instead of stopping and answering to his crimes, he fled the city and then the continent with the halfling. She will be able to corroborate that story. He was then found upon Fiaros, but before we could get to him, he fled again, heading to Jorvik. We pursued him, but when we arrived, we found he had killed again. I could not meet with your majesty, but I spoke to the Lady Roywin and told her of my tale. Dronelis looks side glance off towards the cleric, who nods. Very well. Kafina Smiggins, if you would step into the circle, please. Make a charisma saving throw. Because it's funny.
I do want to fail, though.
Yeah, do with disadvantage.
Alright, well... 3, so I'm probably failing anyway.
Yeah, but I mean, you are a sorcerer, so...
Yeah. Just plain charisma?
Charisma save.
Same.
Charisma save would have been a 10.
Okay.
Yeah.
Really? Oh, yeah, your charisma's not...
My charisma's only...
11.
Oh, man, 11, sorry. Another number I forgot to update. Anyway.
I was going to say, your proficiency is... It must be at least +9 at this point.
No, it's +4, +4.
You don't have maxed out your charisma
I
yet?
haven't maxed my charisma yet.
Okay.
I go for feats first.
Yeah. Fair
Anyway.
enough. Indicates for you to answer. Is what he said true?
The details he expressed were parts of the story. He does, however, seem to have left out certain parts.
At which point the Lord Oloro Slovenolis steps forward and says, "My king, I would argue that this is enough evidence to convict. Clearly the accused has a pattern of deceit and murder. And the halfling is an accomplice, which means she must also be put to death. We have no desire to listen to further lies, and honor must be satisfied."
Is this a just court? I ask you. If it is, you shall give me my moment to speak.
We have heard you speak. At which
No.
point Gerenalis raises his hand for silence. Finish what you were saying, halfling.
In the story that was told before, when said that we ran away, that gentleman left out the fact that it was after the entire stadium had already been told to charge at us and were in the progress of doing so.
What was the purpose of the command? To capture?
No, to kill. I believe, right?
No.
To bring...
No, I wasn't. Sorry. Yes.
No, it was to
Also-
capture.
Also,
It was very distinctly to capture.
Also, to the claim that we are in leagues with each other and this was all some sort of incredible plan, I had only met Georges the day before as he was assisting me with finding some medicinal herbs.
Make a persuasion check on that.
He was only helping me find drugs.
I mean, yeah.
Which, in the current circumstances...
So am I making persuasion, is it?
Yes.
14?
Okay.
As such, the next day when I went to meet him, he was asked to be part of a fight of which he extended the invitation to me. I had never been part in one, and I graciously accepted. Then, of course, we were doing the fight as expected. We were dueling, as you do. The moment the situation happened, one of the other side yelled out for us to be captured, and the entire crowd bore down on us. In fear, we ran.
Journalist sits back and thinks for a moment. As the cleric leans down and just whispers into his ear again.
May I speak, or say a few words, Your Majesty?
Please.
First, I would say, I can enter the circle.
Please. I mean, that's almost inevitable unless you roll a nat 20, in which case.
Oh, 8.
There you go.
First, Georges has stated, while under magically compelled truth, that he was not involved with the death of the last king. Secondly, he came here knowing that Lord Flamekeeper was here and desiring to put an end to that matter as well. There was a thirdly. It's literally gone out of my head.
We'll be back.
And we'll be right back.
It's gone. It's completely gone. I'm sorry. I think it must be just those two.
I had a third one, but you're not worthy.
While I appreciate your words, and we shall get to the matter as to why you have what is the just thing to do with regards to Lord Flamekeeper. Have you remembered what you were going to say?
I have remembered what it was I was going to say.
And another thing!
I do apologise, Your Majesty. The third thing is what we have discovered about the nature of this poison. In the process of recent doings here in the castle, it was discovered that the person who lets the blood can have no idea that it is present. In the story Lord Flamekeeper gives, yes, Georges wounded his father, but there is no proof given in that story that Georges was the one who administered poison to him.
I was not the one who administered poison. However, in all honesty, I have to admit, Lord Flamekeeper does have a point with the point of honour he raises. It was not my intention to kill his father in the duel, it was intended to be simply a matter of honour, but the fact is that I killed him. I hoped that my self-imposed exile would be enough to end the matter, but it evidently is not. That is why I asked Lord Flamekeeper to become brought here once I heard he was in the vicinity, in the hopes that we could resolve this matter now. It has gone on long enough.
And how do you intend to resolve that matter?
It began with a duel. I would suggest ending it with a duel. If Lord Flamekeeper is amenable.
A persuasion check with advantage.
Unnatural 20.
Okay. Dronas looks to the Lord Flamekeeper. Well, what say you? I say that it must take place with all the expediency. I believe that honour must be sought, and this is the only way to do it. But if that is to be the case, I place my faith into the one and into your gods, and I would request that this be a duel to the death, with no chance of revival, and the soul sent on to the domain of the one I serve.
You have come a long way today.
Glares at you, journalist. Sits, sort of shifts uncomfortably. This is not our custom, but if you agree to it.
It is not the usual Elendorian custom, but if that is what he wishes, if that is what it takes to end this, that is how it must be.
Is there any other from Elendor here, your lordship, who will bear this truth back to Elendor should you fall?
No, there is no others from Elendor here. Dronas looks. In which case, I will require from each of you a signed writ that is to be provided to the victor upon the completion of the duel. That is to state what has occurred, and therefore will be passed back to the families concerned, so that no further retribution will take place.
That is satisfactory.
And to me as well.
I might also suggest, in the light of everything, that before the duel takes place, both parties are tested to see if they have been poisoned.
Yes, I would agree to that. Cedric. Yes, hello. How is
yes,
everyone?
please come and cut some tension.
Hi. Would you like me to do the thing? I can do the thing. Yes, if you would be there to bear witness as to whether or not they have been poisoned before them out of the duel, and to dispel any poison should it be within their system. I can agree to that. Does that mean we can watch? Jonathan. I see no reason, as long as there is no interference.
What constitutes interference in this instance?
Any magical or otherwise alteration of what is to come that will have any meaningful input or output onto the outcome. You may use whatever you are provided with, of course, if you wish to prepare beforehand by prayer or by other means, then we will allow it, but beyond that it will be in the hands of the gods.
And where will we be fighting?
We will send a writ to Asgard and ask for the use of the Bifrost, as is the custom here.
And when will this duel take place?
Well, we can either do it this evening, before at sunset, or tomorrow at dawn.
Today.
Yes, the Lord Flamekeeper asked for it to be done with all expedience. I am ready whenever he is. This evening would suit me just fine.
Very well, this will take place at dusk, then, as the sun falls to set. In the interim, we will ask that Lord or Master be taken down to the prisons and to be held there until such time as the duel is ready. Your equipment will be taken from you. If you wish to pray, let us know and we will take you to the temples as you so wish. I do apologise, it turns out that the heater is on.
May we accompany George?
To the prison or to...
Either.
You may, if you wish to be imprisoned. We would also, for the sake of this, ask that Kafina Smiggins, as you are also under suspicion as an accomplice, that you be confined to the chambers you have here. With the understanding that if George is determined to be guilty, you will also be exiled.
Damn, I thought I was going to say executed.
May I?
I mean, it's similar thing, and
Yeah, you really don't want that.
May I ask something before we proceed?
you may.
Are we allowed to question other witnesses?
Do you have other witnesses?
Now, out of character.
Yes.
The woman that we know was on the ship,
Roywin.
Roywin.
Yes.
Thank you. I always forget her name. She's standing right there, isn't she?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Can I get her to stand in the circle?
You can try. You can ask her. I mean, there may be a question as to what relevance she has.
Can I like just be like 1 second and be like up to Lyra because I trust her judgment. Do you think maybe we should get one question?
Remember, we have an audience.
Oh,
And you are turning away from the microphone.
Do you think we should get Roywin to be questioned?
I don't think we have reasonable reason to question her, and I don't think she will necessarily succumb to the truth spell anyway.
Okay. No, maybe.
What we need to do is keep an eye on her.
Already on
You just not stop looking at her the
No,
entire
the entire time I'm just trying to weird her the fuck out.
Every so often she's kind of like
Yeah, like every time that she looks, I'm just...
glaring.
Massive.
I know you.
May I ask your Majesty, depending on the result of this duel, what impact will that have on the matter of the other investigation into your predecessor's death?
Well, should George be found guilty by the eyes of the gods, then he will be dead, so it will put a sort of final end onto that investigation. If he is successful, then this court will only presume that he is not guilty. Therefore, we will continue our investigation into whatever avenues we have, but he will be free to go.
I see.
If there are no other questions, then we shall disperse to go and take part in our various preparations.
I entrust my belongings to you to look after Lyra.
I will guard them.
Hand over your things.
Do I
George is led away.
when they take me to my quarters, am I able to keep all my shit?
No. They know you're a spellcaster, they're not going to take any risks.
Just as I leave,
Yes?
Lord Greasy Palms, Mother...
Yes. Yes, Laura.
I just kind of like want to whisper, like as I go past, and just...
You don't go past him.
Do I not?
No, he is on the far side of the room, you're going backwards.
Oh, fine, I'll walk up to him.
Okay. The big buff elf that's standing there that is the Master of Swords just puts his hand on his blade and Jonas stays his hand.
I pass the Master of Blade my blade. I'm not going to hurt him. I just want to whisper into his ear, know your fucking place. And then just walk away. Before he even gets the time to take my blade again. Because that nearly went sideways in there. When he started calling shit at you, I was like, you're a good person. You're a good person. You're a good person.
You don't kill indiscriminately anymore.
This is not you anymore. Just not. Mm-hmm.
You don't murder, you don't murder, you don't murder.
Yeah, you're a
okay,
piece
so
of
you're
shit.
taken to the dungeons. It is a fairly standard dungeon cell. There is a relatively comfortable bed. You know, one of the ones that folds down off the wall on chains and a bit of a mattress.
Yo, you got a mattress?
There's a toilet and a sink.
Oh, yeah.
On sweet.
I mean, it's
Not
a
just
it's
bucket.
It's a royal prison.
It's an elf prison.
It is an elf prison.
Get too dirty.
To them, that is already living.
Every so often, as when you use the toilet, it just magics itself away.
Wow.
Doesn't even use water; it's just prestidigitation. Just triggered by a sensor.
Where can I
It's
get
like a
one?
Japanese toilet.
Is the
just
sink
things
warm?
happen.
Is the sink warm?
Kind of is. Even in the prison, it's kind of warm.
It's like a 4-star hotel.
I've certainly stayed in less nice places.
Yeah. I've paid to stay in less nice
Yeah.
places.
We should get a
Can we all go to that prison now?
Yeah. Sounds like a great place.
Sounds
Is it in
more
Europe?
good here, actually.
Yeah. Kafina, you are also taken to your quarters. The rest of you are free to do as you wish. As you are not under suspicion,
I
but
presume that journalist is sort of closeted away with his counsel.
correct. He has got his day-to-day to do. He's got the preparations and all that sort of stuff to get on with. The four of you that are not locked up.
For once it's not me.
Sort of head outside into the garden, sort of looking around, making sure there's no one listening. Cedric says, there might be a problem. The cleric said that Kafina and George had not succumbed to the truth circle. You're not there.
How do you know that?
I can read
Because you're
lips.
passive as fuck, yeah.
I can read lips.
Hmm.
I have this ability where I'm really observant.
Yeah, you are.
And I can understand Elven. Can't I? He says in Elvish to Lyra and Kelatar.
Yes, you can.
We might need to switch back to common. I don't think Asher understands.
I'm going to swear in Sylvan before I do.
I don't understand that.
Good.
I don't think.
I mean, I can start popping off in your Vikian if you want.
Lyra is actually like the soldier, so yeah, she knows how to swear.
She knows the swearing.
She
She knows
just
all of the
doesn't do
swears.
it very often.
No,
So why
she knows
would-
she knows the Sylvan swear words. She knows the Q words.
Why would the cleric say that they hadn't? It's the same cleric who said that the king died of natural causes.
The same cleric who missed
The
the
blood.
puncture mark that let the king's blood flow. Journalist is in so much danger right now, and we can't do anything.
Storm the castle.
Try it. You definitely know how to pick 'em.
I don't know. I've had worse. I think. That depends. How bad is our situation on a scale of 1 to a lot?
A lot.
Oh,
If
mine's
anything,
not.
it's more than a lot.
Mine haven't been that bad. Galatas says, I think mine kind of have. But that's another time.
But first we've got to deal with the matter at hand. George must win.
There's a lot riding against him in this. It might be that unless we can find some help,
Help how?
that I think we might need to go to a temple of Odin. You've been there, haven't you?
I plan to go, yes.
Quite some time there. I think we might need some help to ensure that it really is a fair fight. Because I'm not. If both Roywin and the priest, whose name I can never remember,
Vendril.
Vendril, are working against us and journalists, then that's a lot of magic and much stronger magic than we have any hope of countering. Even Fee, if she had all her stuff. I don't think
this is a fight that we can brute force our way out. It has to be won cleanly, there and then.
But I don't think it can be unless we make sure it's fair, so I think we need to go. I think the only people who can enforce that might be the the servants of Odin. It seems very much, from what little I know of the gods here, it seems to be one of the things he'd be hot on from what I remember of your duel.
Well, we haven't got much time, so
Right, let's go then.
let's go.
Okay, you head to the Temple of Odin in Alfheim. Make your way there, and the big statue is there. There's no one around.
There are no priests.
Not at this moment.
That's fine. Take a knee in front of him.
Yep.
And try and pray to Odin.
What do you pray?
Turn around to him and I say, All Father, I've come today to ask your permission. I believe foul play is in effect, and my nephew and close friend, George Allmaster, is being framed for crimes that he has not committed.
Okay, carry on.
I'm not there.
Nope.
I don't know.
A boat currently sits in the bay and is planning to do something with the lighthouses, but me and my family cannot act. We are restrained by too many laws and rules. In order to free ourselves fully, I ask that you give permission and oversee a trial by combat on the Rainbow Bridge in Asgard between Lord Flamekeeper, who was ferried here in the very same boat as the people planning attack, and George Ormaster. I understand that if my sister's bloodline is spilt in any foul play, I will exact my vengeance upon them and remove Lord Flamekeeper from this earth.
There was a pause. Just a pregnant silence. And you just hear, "Ah!" You look up. There are two ravens sat upon each shoulder.
Were they similar ravens to when I was fighting in Asgard itself?
Yes. In fact, make a perception check.
Perception.
Mm-hmm.
19.
They appear to be the same ones.
Fantastic.
And you know that that is a very, very good omen. What it may mean, you have absolutely no idea, but it is a very positive omen.
And I get up and I turn around to Lyra and I point them out.
Did you pray out loud?
Yes.
Your nephew.
Yes.
Your sister's blood.
Yes.
But you told us you were a lot older because you had been dead.
Yes. He is my nephew from many generations after. 5, I believe.
More than that, it's 8, I think.
8.
At least 8.
Great. To the ex aunt.
Yes.
Sure.
Yeah, you weren't expecting that one, were you?
At least now you've got a way to get George to stop hitting on you. Just be like, we're related.
Yeah, which is why when you said that thing about you'd have cute babies like 2 weeks ago,
Yeah.
me and Connor looked at each other.
I've been sat on that for months.
Auntie Asher.
Auntie Asher now.
No, not now.
Well, no, neither of you know
I
that.
still don't know.
But I point up at the ravens and I say that he is watching and he has heard.
That's probably the best we could have hoped for.
This doesn't normally happen. I've been here for weeks trying to get this.
This dickhead to say something.
I might, I'm not sure if Artemis would even hear me here, or...
This is the central temple, isn't it? No?
It is.
Yeah,
I
so
mean,
it's not
here
just
is in
Odin.
Jorvik.
No, it's not just Odin though. It's a temple to many gods.
No, I mean...
Just you might try.
You had never heard of Artemis before you landed in Fieras, thank you. Yeah, so it has nothing in South Beach, so you kind of get the sense that those gods don't have any influence here.
So it's just
the
the most
but-
influence they have is probably Cedric being able to do anything.
That's kind of it, yeah. So you have got a cleric of Artemis standing by. He's also looking at the ravens and trying to talk to them. Hello. What are you here for? I understand. I don't understand. They didn't say anything.
I don't suppose we can ask for Artemis to be watching over Georges. I'm not entirely sure she likes him very much.
No, but we can ask. That is all
Always
we can
ask.
do. We can pray, and we can ask.
She's going to help dig away.
Make a religion check with advantage. Just for praying. Roll for praying.
Roll for prey. Dirty those knees.
Excuse me.
For praying.
Not to Artemis.
What is that? 18. Oh, that's a 19. A
19.
natural 20.
Hey. Okay. You and Cedric sit down and you pray together. Praying of protection, a watching eye. If allowed, guided blade.
I'll have a spear over my knees while I'm doing that.
Yeah.
I think.
Trying to bless the blade.
Mm.
Yes.
Let's just wait. We've got his blade.
Is there anything you can do to his item? So if there is any other preparations you guys wish to do in this, otherwise we will jump ahead to the trial.
I need to go and see George.
Did you go see him? Okay. Yeah. Alright. You head down to the
Do you want to go alone? Or
No, you can go.
I'll come with them.
you head down to the dungeons and the guards escort you there. They take your weapons from you, but they escort you down there. Yeah. You kind of understand that this is gonna happen. Yeah.
They're there looking very relaxed.
Yeah. He's got a massage going.
Doing like push-ups, keeping limber.
No, I'm just chilling on the bed. I'll warm up later.
Prison suits you.
I've been in a few over the years. This one is pretty good.
Are there any guards watching?
Yes.
That's fine. I asked one of the guards, is it okay if I pray with George?
Very well.
Fantastic. I asked you to come over and put both your hands through the grate.
You still in manacles?
No, he is not in manacles whilst in the cell. That would be unnecessary.
Not with him!
Well, yes.
And when he
Sort of put
puts
your hands through the bars in the barred window.
when he puts his arms through, I'm going to take them. I'm going
Manacle
to yeah.
Snap his arms off.
I'm going to begin to cast ceremony through the grate.
Okay.
And I'm going to ask Georges if he is okay taking up Odin as his god for the next 24 hours.
What do I have to do?
Simply hold my arms and believe. I can't help you in the fight, but I can help you from outside.
I believe in you, Asher.
That's good enough for me.
Do you have your 25 gold pieces of powdered silver?
I've got silver coins.
Just
Just crush them.
I have powdered silver to
there you go.
Do you?
can
Oh,
use
fantastic.
it.
And then there is the dedication side of it, which
Mhm.
is you touch one humanoid who wishes to be dedicated to your god's service for the next 24 hours. Whenever the target makes a saving throw, it can roll a d4 and add the number rolled to the save.
I know it might be an advantage to me, but I'm not sure.
It's the only
That's
time
not-
I'm ever going to be able to use this spell.
I'm
ever.
not that sure that's how it works though. It sounds more like that. I have to be willing to devote myself to your god, and I get a one-off bonus for doing so.
Yeah, for 24 hours.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not borrow a god situation.
Yeah, it's
No,
not-
he does have to be, therefore, continue the devotion to that god.
Yeah. George isn't doing that. You
No?
Can, you can carry on trying, but
Oh, do it anyway!
Odin will probably know that I'm not willing to devote my life to him.
How's your alignment? Not need checking?
Some water?
How old are you?
Is he past his prime?
You're not dead, are you?
Oh.
Or want to get married to
Probably,
anyone?
probably somewhere between 21 and 22.
I'd say that's a young adult.
Probably 22, because we've
Yeah?
been dead
Is that a young
for
adult?
Yeah,
That's a young adult.
he's a young adult. He's doing something. He's about to become a man
Yeah.
by dueling to his death.
It's the same thing, but now you're old.
So that is a D4 to your ability checks, I believe.
Yeah.
Yes, ability checks, not saving throws.
I wanted the saving throws one, but I thought it was only for 24 hours.
Nope.
And not a type.
It only works for 24 hours, but
Yeah.
devotion has to be a character thing.
You would have been fine.
Yeah.
I'm devoted to Athena, Odin. And
Yeah, you've basically
Artemis.
got a whole pantheon going.
Yeah, I'm just.
Bit of a god slut.
Yeah, I didn't know who I wanted at the beginning.
Holy in more ways than one.
Exactly, just four spears.
Alright, so,
George, we believe in you.
Well, thank you. I believe in myself as well.
Good.
I'm done.
okay. An hour after praying over you, to which point your arms have gotten tired from being hung out of the grid.
Lord, come back. I just wanted to waste. Can I cast it twice just to waste that guard's time? Just to stand there and watch.
You can cast it unnecessarily
Just keep going.
on yourself. But you're escorted out, and unless there's anything else you wish to do, we will skip ahead.
Let's get jiggy with it.
They come and manacle you again. For you, they come and fetch you as well. Ooh, excuse me. And they escort you down. They've got you in a loose rope binding. They're not being dicks about it, but just enough to restrain your hands so you can't do any somatic components.
Alright, yeah.
I will say very quietly to Asher, you watch Roy win, I'll watch the old man.
I mean, I've been staring at her for the last 3 hours in that room. So I always feel like
You're like staring at her hard enough, her clothes literally starts to burn. Like,
You head down to the council chamber, and the door is opened. High Priest Evendril, Duranalis, Lord Leodon Felvanger, and Lord Flamekeeper are there. But Aloro and Shea are not. Duranalis nods. Well met, Wandering Stars, and those who are about to duel. Are you ready to go?
The rest of your council not accompanying us to Your Majesty?
No, they have other duties to take care of, I have been informed. Apparently, Lady Shea has some sort of incident going on at the school, and Lord Aloro has his own businesses to take care of. Apparently ships in the harbour that have had incidents. Master of Trade, he's sort of inclined that way. But, no fear, Evendril and Lord Felvanger here will act as witness, as will I. And as will all of you.
You do not feel that an event of this importance deserves the attention of the full council?
Not when it comes to the running of the rest of the nation.
I notice also the triplets aren't here.
The triplets are not there either. You're not entirely certain what their role is. They seem like they're generic, general advisors, and
There are 3 more seats and they look really cool.
they look identical. No, they're ambassadors, so in this particular instance they have no real relevance or
Are
standing.
they ambassadors?
Yes.
From somewhere?
No, 2. From the council out to their allied nations. So one stays around Jorvik and goes to the other ones. One goes off to Hellas Gracia and Caradon. One goes to Sorisa. So the most closely, one goes to Fallacy. So they're ambassadors between the 3 of them. So you make your way, and Evendril waves his hand.
Presumably I've got my stuff back off there and...
Not
yet.
at this moment.
I've got it.
And you walk through a gateway that is open before you, stepping out onto the Bifrost.
I've got a sling ring.
They have a gate spell. It's better. There is a portal opens up in front of you. You step onto the Rainbow Bridge. The light's almost blinding you, but it seems to be protecting somewhat. You can see off into the distance on the far end, although it's difficult for your eyes to see, George, being human, that there is the big mountain peaks of Niflheim. Behind you, the golden shining city of Asgard. The manacles are unlocked. The guards bow and step back through the gateway. Before it vanishes.
I'll help you arm up.
I'm staying bolted to Roywin. Hey, bud.
She's not here.
She's not there.
She's not coming with.
Rowan's not
She
there. That's
wasn't
literally
there.
what just happened.
No, I thought she came through with.
No.
She wasn't there when we got.
She wasn't there at
What's
all.
the other
She
name?
was-
Evendril.
Evendril.
Roywin, so...
No,
yeah,
no.
She's Shea Roy.
Shea Roy-
Shea
Roywin.
Roywin, yeah. They
And
were
Evendril,
I
High
don't
Priest
know.
Evendril. So there's
Yeah, I got those two mixed up. My bad.
You can keep an eye on Evendra while I'm arming up, because
Yeah.
yeah.
He's watching the cleric. He seems completely nonplussed by what's going on. He and Duranalis and Lord Leyden walk over to the side. There appears to be an invisible platform that you can just stand on and look around and just be there. And it seems to be the way for the rest of you. So you are guided over, and you also see as the Lord Flamekeeper takes a stance with his back to Asgard. You know, Asher.
Motherfucker.
No, you know that this is traditional.
Is it?
That the accused has their back to
walk out to Niflheim.
walk out to Niflheim. They are trying to make their way back to Asgard to prove their innocence. As if they fail, they're usually banished to Niflheim. However, in this instance, that's not the case.
I wish they went to Niflheim.
So, suitably armed and armoured, you take your place about 20
I'll
feet.
kiss him on the cheek before I go.
Oh.
Oh, damn.
Luck.
Yes, thank you.
It's going to be hard to fight with.
Can I go and shake Cedric's hand?
Good luck.
Did you have a little help for me?
I may do. May Artemis guide you with our secret handshake. Just
All elbows. He's taunting Lord Flamekeeper.
You are guided. So that's an extra d4 to your ability checks.
So many D4s.
No.
I thought he was going to do.
He was going to do Bless. Let me just check, because Bless does have a verbal component, and there's a cleric standing right there.
Yeah, this is I was allowed to try.
Okay. I'm going to do a subtlety check for Cedric
Oh, shit.
against a perception. Okay. Got a 1 on the perception. You are blessed.
He's really unnerved by Asher.
Yeah. You are blessed. So d4 to your attack rolls and saving throws.
I hope
So basically you have a d4 to everything.
I hope
Yeah.
to kill him.
anything you roll a d20 for except
I've
death
already
save.
said to the gods. I think.
Pretty much.
Foul play.
Well, that's just like I've got
Film
a
from-
D4 saving
I'm
throws.
starting kicking off the bridge.
So, as you go and take your position, the bridge is about 30 feet wide, and you guys are just standing off to the side of it. Lyra and Asher, you notice as a small glass bottle rolls off the side of the bridge.
Small glass bottle.
Mm-hmm.
I stopped that.
It's already gone.
No,
Keep it
as
away.
in I will intervene and ask what it was.
Who to? Who are you asking?
Lord Flamekeeper.
Traditional drink. A traditional drink.
Cedric.
Is it
Hello.
you were going to check both
Yes.
participants for poison?
But he leans down to you. If I do that, then I won't be concentrating on what's going on with George anymore.
Worth it.
I mean, I don't really.
He's already got 1d4 from me.
Give an offer attack rolls and saving throws.
I'm not there, so I can't intervene.
I don't think it'll be that. I'm more concerned that he's used a potion to boost himself.
What am I doing? We have to do this now, otherwise I will run out of time. At this point, 30 seconds gone by since the spell's cast, so lasts a minute.
No.
What's anyone else doing? I mean,
What is everyone else doing?
I meant
The council, the king and the council are just waiting for it to take place.
I can't.
we
do it.
told them that you would check for poison.
I would rather you did that, Cedric.
I think that would.
Okay. He will cast Detect Poison and Diseases, which means Bless is gone.
Yeah, sorry, dude, but stabs you with that poison. That
looks-
stuff's nasty.
Cedric stands and says, there is no poison on either of them.
Can I cast Detect Magic? I know it's not going to help because the guy's going to be absolutely laden down with magic.
You can cast Detect Magic, yes.
Is there, from what he drank,
Mm-hmm.
is there any sort of trace of, was that magical?
Make a perception check.
22.
92. The bottle itself has disappeared below the waves. The problem with the Rainbow Bridge, that just radiates magic, and it gives off a very strong abjuration magic, which sort of whites out anything else that would be on there. He does have some magic around him, but it does seem like it's his armour and his body and his weaponry. It's very difficult to tell as he straps on his shield and seems ready to go.
And speaking of armour of Agathis.
There you go.
I will say to George quietly, be careful, you may have taken a potion.
This may be an interesting match after all.
I knew I should get it.
Tyrannolis looks at each of you. In the eyes of the witnesses here, let this duel to declare the innocence or guilt of Georges Ormaster begin. And the two of you stand looking at each other. The wind gently blowing a slight sea spray across your faces. It is bitingly cold. You're not too concerned about it with your armour up. You took my father from me. You poisoned him and took his life. Defiled my sister. And you fled the justice. You are a coward. A cad. You are worthless. Nothing more than the unwanted child vying for their father's attention. Do you have any final words, Lord or Master?
I think I will let my weapons do the talking. And I want to do some flashy weapon twirling and try to intimidate him.
Sure, make an intimidation check. Make a wisdom saving throw against it.
That's it. That's it.
I'm trying to remember the last person I saw.
Oh! Natural 20 with a 1 on the die.
For a total of
Intimidation.
24.
24. He does not seem bothered.
What? I think you look fucking amazing.
Yeah, it looks cool. Damn! You just get the blade and you just do this full swirl of it rolling around your fingers before ending on a
You
final
actually
point
sort of
glaring
leap.
at him.
Doing some sort of leaps and sort of whirling
Oh,
yourself with
full,
it.
full fancy.
Yeah.
Full
Landing on point, glaring directly at him, and he just draws the sword.
Viper in that.
Does not appear to be fussed in the slightest. And that is where we're going to take a break before we roll initiative.
Of course it is.
I figured you might need it. So, we shall be back very shortly. Come back in, 15 minutes or so? So, we will see you then. See you shortly. And we are back. So, George, and only George, roll initiative.
24.
Cocked. Okay. You're up first.
Yes!
I am going to come rushing
Jesus,
to...
that's a bit formal.
Hiya!
It's how he starts every battle.
Okay, yes.
Got to assert dominance.
You want to run at him?
I'm going to come rushing forward
Yep.
and strike out with the lion's tooth dagger.
Go for it, make an attack roll.
I'm going for the bloody wound.
Okay.
And that is a 25 to hit.
25. Hits.
Yeah. So that's no damage, but he takes 1d6 slashing at the start of each of his turns.
So he's got bleed. Cool.
And then I'm going to bonus action dash to move back 40 feet.
Okay.
Seems I have scored the first blood.
Alright, his turn. So at the start of his turn, make the
1d6.
1d6 damage.
3.
3. Alrighty. Alright, he's going to step forward, up to you.
40 feet, yeah?
Yep. As he's going to use his bonus action to cast Vow of Enmity on you.
It's a save, that, isn't it?
Nope.
No.
Just happens to challenge
That just
ability.
happens.
He's then going to cast Haste on himself. He is a Vengeance Paladin.
Yeah.
We get haste.
Yeah, we do.
Yeah. And he's going to use his hasted action to stab you.
Once.
Just once. That is a... Plus that, many. 32 to hit.
You know what? That does just about hit me.
Okay, he's going to add a second level Divine Smite to it.
Vow of Emphasis is...
21. Sorry.
Vow of Emphasis is just...
Well, that's true, it does have advantage on the attack roll. Didn't make a difference. You take 27 points of slashing and necrotic damage.
Dodge.
Okay, drop down to 20. Yeah, sorry, not 27.
14.
14, yep.
13.
13. And roll the. That goes off your temporary hit points.
It does, yes.
Bottom of Agathis. And roll, I believe. How much is it that they
Yeah,
take?
I think-
15 points of cold damage? Because it's at 3rd level?
Yeah.
So it takes 15 points of cold damage. Does not seem to affect him that much, though. And maintains concentration. So down to that.
Oh yeah, it'd be great if he loses that concentration.
That would be very good for you.
That ends his turn.
Okay, back to my turn.
Yep.
I'm going to switch to the spear, jab out at him
Go for it.
with a 23 to hit.
Misses.
Interesting. I'm then going to
With
use,
haste in his shield, pushes the AC too high.
I'm then going to use my
Magical armor.
movement
shield.
and my dash to head 40 feet. That's all right. 80 feet. That's all right.
Moving 80 feet. Okay.
Yeah, because I've got my full movement and I've got my bonus action dash.
Yep. Okay. It's his turn. He moves his full
He
movement.
takes three-
You
takes
take- yeah, roll
3
D6.
damage.
Roll another con save for him. Yeah, he's fine.
One.
He
Well,
runs
He
out.
moves his full speed because he is hasted. He's got double movement, so he catches up with you
I think he stumbles here. There's some sort of rough terrain.
on this flat bridge, and he's going to make 3 attacks at you.
Never underestimate how easy it is to fall on that officially flat surface.
Ugh. 19 to hit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, 19 for the first. 29 for the second.
Yeah.
I feel like the 19 was the lowest he can get.
He is going to do another second level Divine Smite on you. And he does have that as well. Forgot about that the first time.
He's using second level. He's pretty strong. Higher level paddle than what I am.
Shit, I thought you were going to win this, but if you lose, then he dies too.
No, you're exiled.
I think I can look at that.
I did.
33 points on the first.
Dodge.
Okay, reduced down to 16.
Yeah. Which uses up the last of my.
Yes, that's another 15 points of damage to him.
I love how at the moment he's out damaging himself.
Yeah.
So that's another
Still
8
30
points of damage
points.
to him. There. And a 1 on the haste, so he fails that con save on it. So haste drops.
Ooh.
That was on the first attack as well, so yeah, he doesn't get the second one off. Your turn.
I'm gonna throw it down.
What's the matter? You seem a little slow.
Does he not get advantage now as well?
Nope.
Because he's stunned.
Nope. He is not
It's
stunned.
not stunned.
He just can't take actions or bonus actions.
He has to
on his
take one
next
or the
turn.
other, not
He
both.
can take reactions and
Right, okay.
He's
Yeah.
not actually stunned or paralysed or anything.
No, he's just been
Yeah,
dealt with.
extra attack doesn't do anything now as well.
Nope. Off you go.
Natural 20.
Didn't need it, son!
Fuck! Okay. Yeah, roll
I
damage.
need lots
Oh,
of
that-
D6s.
That would be so good if he was.
Does he get
Sneak
sneak
attack.
I've got lots of D6s.
No, he gets sneak attack.
Yeah.
He's a
Swashbuckler.
swashbuckler.
Swashbuckler Vogue.
Get to whenever he's on his own.
So that's a D6 for the spear.
And the gods really are looking after him.
Go Odin.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5 D6 for the sneak attack. A bonus D6 for the silver solidarity. And a D6 for the cold. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 D6. Have I got another 8?
You can roll them twice and...
No, it's not
So-
satisfying.
3, 4,
200. It's 4 there.
Done. You got 4 immediately to your left.
5.
Right.
Yeah, he likes his dice.
He's a rogue. He's got to find his. I
I
think
don't
that's
think
it.
you've got any more.
No, I seem to have run out. I need 3 more. 6, 7, 8.
Just make sure you know which of those is the cold as well.
Okay, we'll have the
It's
big green and purple as the cold.
Okay.
This is so satisfying. There's no way they all stay in the tray.
Okay,
so
hungry.
the big green and purple is those two.
yeah.
So it's 7 cold damage.
Reduced to half.
But the rest
1,
of it.
4, 7, 8, 13, 19, 22, 24, 25, 31, 32, 35, 37, 41, 49 points of damage.
Yeah, boy.
And that wasn't even a very good roll.
Yeah,
So
that's
as
not
you
actually-
rush in, him sort of... You can see his shield's down, you can see exactly where to strike. You find that chink in the armor, you drive the rapier right into...
Spear.
Oh, it's the spear, sorry. You drive the spear right into that point, you separate 2 of the plates, and it just drives in, getting pretty close to the heart. You can just see... Okay, that's your action.
Yeah, may as well just bonus action, dash 40 feet back towards the centre line.
You
You
still
sure?
have your full movement.
Because he's not going to do anything in his next turn.
Yeah, and you still haven't moved this turn, so you still have your full.
Check the wording on this, because technically he lost haste during his turn. So I'm just going to double check. I'm going to double check. She may be right that it is that it happens on his. Can't do anything his next turn, but I need to be certain. Carry on with what you're going to do, because you don't know.
That's true.
You want
Yeah.
a bonus action 40, yeah?
Yeah,
Well, technically you can 80 because you still haven't done your movement.
I'm only going to do 40 because he keeps catching up with me anyway.
Yeah.
I just want to be where the audience.
There's a crowd here.
Yeah.
At the start of his turn, he turns around. He can move is until the beginning of his next turn. And it failed on his turn, so it's kind of all part of the same thing. He's going to
He
step
still
up.
takes D6 damage.
He does take the d6 of damage from the Radakama.
Another 2.
Another 2. Nice.
Thank you.
He is going to lay on hands and give himself 45 points of healing.
Lame.
What a dick.
Yeah, but it also means he's not attacking. It also means that really hurt him.
I guess that much.
Yep.
Now I just have to roll the natural 20.
I doubt that's all of his lay on hands.
He is then going to cast
I can't do 45. He'd have to be a raw.
Bane. Make a charisma saving throw for me, please.
Yeah, it would have to be a.
spell.
It'd have to be a.
Clever how he can do this with both his hands full.
What cast
Unless
it?
he's got Warcast through.
Oh, actually, no, sorry. Bane is an action. Never mind.
Okay. Damn. I think I've made the same anyway.
Yeah.
He would have to be a level 9 paladin to have 45. But it's almost certainly a higher level than we are.
He is going to stay there.
Cow!
It's your turn.
It is.
You're thinking of something to say, aren't you?
What you watch is when he puts his hand on his chest to try and heal it, the energy that wraps around. You've seen Asher use lay on hands before, and it's sort of a white, pure energy. The energy that comes from his hand is black.
Just in case you didn't know he's evil.
So glad I didn't waste detect good and evil
Actually-
earlier.
That spell does not work as well as you think it would.
I actually didn't think he was evil. I just thought he was a bit pathetic
Because he's like, oh, your father doesn't acknowledge you or whatever. And it's like, what? When did that happen with George? Sounds like you. Sounds like you have daddy issues.
His dad's dead, so kind of.
Yeah, exactly.
Big issue with him
Anyway,
not being
George, what are you
alive.
doing?
Daddy never acknowledged me.
I'm going to move away from him 80 feet.
Okay. Other end of the map.
Yeah, I'm aware.
Okay, is that all?
Looks like you're on the wrong side
Yeah.
of the river.
Alright, his turn. He's going to cast haste. Haste
Takes
on
another
himself.
D6.
Yes, another d6. Start his turn.
Another 2.
Another 2. Alright.
Cast haste.
Going to cast haste on himself. He's going to rush you.
Can he get that far?
He's got 80 feet of movement.
I was more than it.
It's more than 80.
He was
Well,
already.
that's true. He can use his
30
hasted
feet
action
away.
to dash. No, actually, he will use his bonus action to dash. As he has 2 levels in Rogue.
Knew it!
Starts it off that way. He is then going to try and grapple you with his haste action. So make an athletics or an acrobatics check. And technically, it is a grapple attack, so he has advantage.
That is a 25 on acrobatics.
25, that is a 33 from him. You are grappled and restrained by him. As he rushes up to you, gets the shield, tosses the sword down to the side, and just brings the shield back up and pulls you into a bear hug with your head facing away from him, just wrapped up in the shield right underneath your chin. Your turn. So when you're restrained, you have disadvantage on your attack rolls.
Okay, that's what I was about to check.
And your speed is 0. You cannot gain benefit from bonus to speed, and you have disadvantage on dex saves as well.
Stab a bit or try and get out. I'll go for stabbing him.
Okay, disadvantage.
Get my spear round.
Yep.
I'm going to use my once a day D10.
Okay. To attempt to stab a bitch.
So that is a 24.
24 does hit.
Oh, cool.
They
But I
can't
don't
really
get
have his
sneak
shield up
attack.
if he's crushing your neck with it.
His AC is 24 with the haste.
Yeah, I can't get a sneak attack
And shield.
because I was rolling at disadvantage. Do get the bonus D6 from the
Correct. Cold damage.
solidarity and the cold.
Yep.
Yeah, so technically.
Yeah,
I know rules as written say that he has a shield, but if you're like crushing your neck with
Wow.
it, he can't really defend himself with
He
it.
is attacking with
Yeah, I
disadvantage.
know,
so
yeah, I
it's-
know. It's just from a logistical
Yeah, I
point.
know.
Yes.
That's 15 points of damage, one of which is cold.
15 points down to 1 cold.
14 piercing.
14 and 1 cold. Okay, he still takes 1 cold, because... So he takes 15 total.
And I'm gonna say, your sister has me tighter than this.
Okay, as you say that, it's now his turn. He's going to take the shield and he's going to jam it up into... Yes,
D6 damage.
yes, roll the damage. He's bleeding, he's not... actually,
6.
it's a point of order. I will double check this because I have a suspicion
Oh, that he cured it.
that when he gets rid of it when he uses his healing.
He would
So
have to use a direct 5 points to stop an effect.
that's a poison
Or disease.
or disease. It's not a poison or disease, it is just a bloody wound until it receives magical healing. So it doesn't actually take effect anymore. It's alright.
Just as you rolled a good number.
I know, apologies. He still got the damage from the previous rounds though, and I forgot about it. He's going to take his shield and jam it up into your throat. So he's going to make an attack roll. Advantage, obviously. -1 from that. That is a... I mean, it's still a 22 to hit.
Of course it hits.
So I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
Interesting.
Choke a bitch.
Maybe I should have said my D10. That's a 6.
6. As he brings it up, it hits you in the throat, and you suddenly feel something go click. You just hit... You are struggling to breathe. You are now choking. So, and he's got it pinned up against your throat. So you are unable to breathe at this point. What's your Constitution modifier?
+3.
3. You have 3 rounds before you fall unconscious. So, however, you either need to break the grapple or do something to knock him down. Whatever. It's your turn. You are still restrained, but you are just choking because you've got the shield right up against his throat. It does take his shield out of the equation, but he's essentially doing a choke. Actually, sorry, he does have his hasted action. Yeah, never mind, carry on. He's getting too much satisfaction from choking you out.
Okay. I'm going...
Tom's face during these, it's great.
Why is everything at least 2 levels higher than us?
Because Luke's sadistic.
Yeah, I'm coming to that conclusion.
Only just now?
Okay, I'm going...
Our stream just stopped.
Is it?
I'm going to jab out
It's still showing. Okay, we'll just upload it up later.
with the dagger, trying to inflict another bloody wound.
Go for it, make your attack roll.
No, rolled a 2.
You swing out wildly. Mark down first round.
Yeah.
Expended. It's now his turn. He is going to take his scimitar and he's just going to draw it across your stomach.
So is he only one arm choking him then?
He's using the shield. Oh no, actually no. Sorry, he let go of his sword,
Yeah.
so he won't. So he's just going to punch you in the kidneys. That is an. Oh yeah, that's a hit. Many.
I'm going to start declaring my dice rolls like that.
It's many. It's
oh,
a
yeah,
30.
that's a hit. It's many.
It's 32. So I'm going to assume you take a punch into the stomach. You take 9 points of bludgeoning damage.
Dodge.
Okay.
Strength is no.
Going to make another punch. Ah.
So that's down to 4 or 5, isn't it?
It's a 16 to hit.
That
The
misses.
second punch. Because of the dodge, he managed to roll out of the way and he can't quite get the angle. He ends up hitting his own shield. Third attack. Is a 30 to hit.
Yeah.
Another 9 points of bludgeoning damage. So you've taken 14 this turn. Your turn.
Well, whatever I do is not going to work. Let's try to break the grapple.
Go for it.
Because at least I'm not rolling that at
So
disadvantage.
it's acrobatics
am I?
against his acrobatics check. That's cocked.
Yeah, that's a 13, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah, that's a 28. So that's your action.
Yeah, magically increased strength will do that.
Mm-hmm. Oh, storm giant strength.
I am going to croak out. Harder, I'm nearly there.
Yes!
Make an intimidation check.
Perfect.
Or is that persuasion? I'm not sure.
Whatever grossing out people is.
Intimidation. Oh, that's only a 15.
15. Good.
I gave him the idea.
He's happy. Whatever.
Die as you lived.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I fully
as
approve
you
it.
lived,
That's your second round.
Oh, yeah.
His turn. He's going to just keep punching you in the kidneys. He's going to start dragging you backwards, which means he does get you in front of the audience, and he sort of turns to face you guys with the shield directly under the throat. So if you want to just drag him back for me, Colin.
I'm going to look straight in his eyes.
Oh no, he fell over.
Oh no, he fell off the bridge.
He didn't notice the tiny rainbow pebble behind his foot and he tripped.
26 to hit for the first one.
Does
anyone think it'd be a bad time to cast a spell?
32 on the second.
Yeah. I'm not taking that much damage.
No, but you've got one turn before you just flat out die.
And
Pass out.
unnatural 20.
Yeah.
So 27 points of damage from the 3. As you dodge
Unless
one
I
of them.
dodge one of them.
I'll dodge one of them.
Okay, drops down to 22. 22 points of bludgeoning damage. He just punches you in the kidneys. One strike comes up and just strikes you across the head, holding you in place. You feel a bit dizzy.
Yeah. Last turn. Let's try and escape the grapple.
Yeah, go for it.
Ooh, pretty good. That's a 26.
26.
6.
It's 27.
Of course
Odin
it
is
is.
fucking useless.
Hey!
What was it?
Yeah, no, I got
There's
banned.
no right-
It's
I
just an
got,
ability check. You do have your D4 from ceremony.
4.
You manage to because of the strike to the head, you roll your head with the attack and get it out so that it just slips past you and Well, that is your action.
Do I have movement?
You have movement,
And
yes.
bonus action.
You have your movement and your
Okay.
bonus.
Bonus action, disengage.
Okay, yes, fair.
Movement, run over to his dropped scimitar and kick it off the side of the bridge.
Genius.
I'm going to say you get to it, and you get it to the edge of the bridge, just because he dropped it right over here.
Okay.
So you would be able to get to it, you wouldn't have enough movement to get it across to the sides,
Okay.
if you don't have your action left. So it's up to you.
Can I grab it?
Yeah.
It's a free action. Pick something
You
up.
have 2 weapons in your hands, so no.
Stand on it.
That's
Yeah.
not going to stop him. He's just going to
Make it harder.
It's not a bad idea. Yeah, I'll stand on it.
Okay, so you're currently standing on his weapon over here. It's his turn. He's going to charge you. And he is going to attempt to grapple you again.
Don't forget the D4. I feel like you're going to need it.
Yeah, 19.
27.
Yeah. But at
And
least
with
I just throw the kit.
with his hasted action, he is going to. He's still got some movement left, so he is going to drag you back again. And with his hasted action, he's going to make the attack with the choke attack. That hits. That's a 20. There's a 32. So make your con save, please.
60.
Actually, can't get you up before I get you there. Okay, you are
Click.
choking again. Yeah.
Yeah.
You just the wind takes out of you. It's your turn.
Try and break the grapple.
Okay.
That's 4. Yeah, that's only a 14.
19.
Yeah.
That's a bit. It was. Just holding you in place. First round. 3 more punches.
Yeah.
Ugh. I mean, yeah, it's still 21 on the first. 22 on the second. And a 32 on the third.
As a point of interest,
Yes.
is inspiration count as magical? Or is it just a good shout from the crowd?
It's not considered hugely magical. I mean, general cheering on. Or you meaning from Kalatar?
Yeah. He's just cheering on his friend and trying to encourage him.
Let me just double check something on the wording of how
Okay.
bardic inspiration works.
Trying, buddy.
Yeah, no, I'm fully okay. I'm fully okay
Yeah,
with.
it's just like, I know that Matt would try
Yeah.
if there was a way.
Inspire others through stirring word and music. It is not magical, so it's just his charisma. So yeah, Kalatar can inspire. But in the meantime, you take 27 points of bludgeoning damage. Obviously, reduced down to 22 if you dodge.
Yes, which I will.
Okay. How are you looking? So he's just striking you in the head at this point.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I'm not looking very good at all.
No?
I'm
Alright.
down to 9 hit points.
Oh.
Okay, Kalatar is going to shout out at this point. George! Remember all the whores! They'll be so disappointed. So you have a D8 inspiration. Excuse me?
I really hope you mumbled that.
Thank you, sister, yeah.
I really hope you mumbled that.
I mean,
Just out loud.
that was
Especially
just-
Lord Flamekeeper's sister.
Yeah.
It's just like what I was expecting Kalatar to say.
Okay, let's try and break the grapple again.
I'm going to say 1.
Yeesh.
Breaking the
Well,
grapple,
I
yeah?
may as well, yeah, I may as well use the D4 and the D8. Probably won't be enough.
You've critted, haven't you?
21.
38.
Yeah.
Holy shit!
I critted.
Yeah, that's turn 2. And now I'm going to
That's
get
8
punched into
points
unconsciousness.
over impossible.
It's got a plus 18.
Yeah, he's gonna go and punch you again.
Yeah.
Dead.
That dog shite. 2 1s, fucking hell. You go to the strike, he just catches his own shield.
Does it dislodge from George's throat because
It
he
does not.
punched it?
I'm going
Come on, crit fails.
to say roll an acrobatics check, just because it was that bad. It was 2 double ones, so I'll say roll an acrobatics against his athletics. Ugh.
25.
37. Roll of 19. Yeah, he's going to go for the punch. What's your AC?
17.
Kalatar's going to shout out the cutting words at the vain hope that it'll do something. And Lyra said that he's going to fuck your sister! So that's a D8 reducing. That's a 6. That's decent.
Roll to elbow Kelatar in the face.
Oh, you are tall enough to hit him in the face. What's the attack?
Strength roll, presumably. So
Yeah, it's unarmed
10.
strike. 10. He ducks out the way. What? They did. That is a. Yeah, no, that's a 16. That misses. Third attack.
Just when you had hope.
You can dodge this one.
I can dodge it.
That is a 27 to hit.
Yeah.
I thought it was a
Okay,
damage.
so that's 9 points of bludgeoning,
I
reduced
can dodge.
down to 5.
Yeah. Because otherwise that would have knocked me out.
Yep. Last turn with the with breath in your lungs.
Yep. Let's try the acrobatics. That's a 30.
25. You break free again this time.
Doesn't matter.
What are you doing?
I'm close to the sword this time.
You are.
Can I go and kick it over the... disengage, go and kick it over the side?
I would say you can use your bonus action to throw it over the sides, but you would, because you need your bonus action to do something.
He's got his action.
He's used it to break the grapple.
That was on his turn.
No,
No.
it's
No.
on George's turn. To break the grapple is an action.
Let's go. I'll disengage and go and start clicking the sword again.
Okay, you go over to the
I
sword.
can't do a bonus action attack.
Yeah, so you're standing on it.
Yeah.
You're just standing on it, or are you moving it closer to the side?
Move it closer to the side.
Okay. Which way? That way or this way?
Whichever one's closest.
That way. So you've got his sword there. He's going to rush forward and he's going to shove you. So make an acrobatics check.
It's like moves out of the way.
Nope. That is a 16.
You see him coming, he just leans forward with the shield, just full linebacker, and just crashes into the side of you. You look like you're about to jump out the way, and he just bashes you with the shield, and you tumble backwards off the bridge,
Whee!
falling into the cold depths of the river.
Is he able to stop himself if he's going that fast?
What do you mean?
He is running full tilt in full plate
That's true.
armor
That is true.
Well.
and hasted.
That's true. I'm going to make a dex save for him with disadvantage because, as you say, nope, natural 2. He's going over as well. So both of you start falling. He's heavier than you, so he plummets down and crashes into you, just sort of punching you as you're falling, and you just fall into the water. And you just start to sink as he just grabs onto you and just pulls you down, just punching at you to get rid of the last of strength. You just see the fist clock you across the side of the face, and your eyes go black, and you just fall deeper and deeper into the ocean. And a voice says in your ear, "This is inevitable, but the outcome is not. See if you learn. Try harder." And there's a flash before your eyes. You are back on the bridge in the same position as you were beforehand. Your fate point expended.
Yes, it couldn't have me having one when I was at officers.
You guys have no recollection of any of this happening.
What point is this? Has he already
Yeah.
taken his potion?
No, this is beforehand. As Cedric is doing the secret handshake.
And I will turn around and point at him and go, "I see you. I see that little potion you are trying to sneak. Trying to get a little unfair advantage, are you?"
Turns and looks at you. And what about your items? Your friends, your prayers?
If you wish to dispense with the items, and do this just with normal clothes and mundane weapons supplied, I am happy to accommodate you.
Make a persuasion check.
Can I go and confiscate the bottle off of him?
See what happens here first.
Yeah, not a lot.
Not a lot.
That's a 13 on persuasion.
Okay.
So I rolled a 2.
Roll out all the.
I was hoping you were just going to try and steal it from him and quickly change it.
I would probably say the king did say that magical enhancements were not allowed in this sort of duel.
Joannis looks up. I did say that. If you are intending to use a potion of some description, and either you both have one or neither of you do. What is it to be?
I say neither. Let us settle this as we are. If you wish us to swap our fancy weapons and armour for normal ones, that suits me just fine.
No. Take the potion, Your Majesty. And sort of hands it over to you as you're coming up closer to him.
I'll take both.
Yeah, and you look at it and it's got a toad floating in it. It's sort of a cloudy coloured liquid.
Does it look vaguely similar to
Vaguely similar to your potion of fire strength, yeah. It's just got a bigger toe.
Yeah.
If you would give that to the king, I trust him with it.
That's fine. I think you should focus more on your fight. You look
He's
tired.
ignoring you now.
Before we start,
Yes.
can I see something on him that looks as if it is a holy symbol or something of that
Make a
sort?
perception check. That's his family crest.
Is it?
10 on perception.
10. There's something engraved on his shield. You have no idea what that means. Maybe. Doesn't look familiar. But could be. In which case you will not have the armour of Agathis for this.
That's fine.
Ceremony is still up, that's already happened, so you still have that ability.
Bonus is on
Ability checks, yes.
And your fate die, your D10 is back.
Yes, it would be.
Cool. Thank
So,
you. As we've not started yet, I'm going to have another go at intimidating him.
okay. Say what? Are you the
The fancy display.
whirling dervish again? Okay.
The Prince Oberyn.
With a D4.
Yes, exactly.
Prince Oberyn special.
Yes, it went so well for him.
Not quite so impressive this time.
The spear goes off the edge!
Oh no!
Yeah.
I didn't roll a natural 20 this time.
He did.
But it doesn't matter.
What is it you roll against for intimidation?
I do wisdom saving throw.
That's a
Yeah.
20. That's a 21 on intimidation. It's still pretty damn intimidating.
Yeah, I mean, yes. He rolled a 25, so he stares you down and just draws the scimitar. Roll initiative again. Sorry, guys.
I mean, can we just skip to the part where I lose? Because I don't see how I can win this.
He's no longer super strong, so he can't grapple.
Yeah, but he's still obviously levels above me.
Yeah, but the grapple is no longer insane.
18.
18. He got a 20, unnatural. He's going first. So he's going to use his bonus action, Vow of Enmity. And he is.
Range. Let's be within 10 feet.
He will move up to be within 10 feet.
Yeah, no.
I mean, he's coming in for a melee attack, so
I've
it's kind
got
of
to
a whole
help
thing.
him with every bit of knowledge I have.
Yeah. He's going to come in and he's going to make 2 attacks against
I
you.
wish that was more reassuring.
I know, right? If only Dan were here.
Yeah, 2 attacks with advantage. That
On full
is.
hit points. That might
You
help.
are back at full hit points, that does help. So hang on, let me
What
just.
is full for you?
81.
Hang on, I need to work out what his bonuses are now.
So you say you're not meeting, you have 2 fewer hit points at full than I do, and I'm a hit die size larger than
He's
you.
got better combo, hasn't he?
I've got +3 con, and I've mostly
Suppose
rolled
I
well.
have +2 con.
Yeah, and I've mostly rolled well when rolling hit points.
You're all so squishy.
So his attack now is
137.
+9. So that is a 24 to hit.
Yeah, obviously it does.
So that is a
Your
d6.
AC 17.
17. Yeah.
So it's now +4. Second level Divine Smite.
Okay.
It's 3d8 plus d6. So that's 5 points of necrotic damage and 6 points of slashing.
On a second level spike.
11. I'm
I
not
rolled really badly.
I know probably got more attacks, so I'm not going to use my dodge on that one.
Okay. Yeah, I rolled really poorly. I rolled
Yeah, you
on my 4 dice. I rolled 3 2s and a 1.
Yeah, so he only has one more attack.
Correct. That is a 25 to hit this time.
Yeah, but he never misses. So.
Same again. Second level Divine Smite. I mean, better, but not great. 12 points in necrotic damage and 5 points of slashing damage. That was really poor.
Dodge.
17 reduced down to
This race
9.
made him lame.
Let's round up.
We're rounding up. I thought we were rounding down.
We've always rounded up for damage rolls.
Did anyone else get worried that when those ravens appeared, those were actually the Raven Queen's ravens, and one of them was that dick raven?
Yeah, go this way to your death,
Yeah.
bitches. Okay, your turn.
So he is in melee with me.
He is.
When the duel was being set up, did anyone mention to me about the symbolism of where we stand?
No.
Okay.
Oh, obviously he is in melee with him, so
Yeah.
just give him a poke forward, Connor. Or Jared.
The symbolism of where we stand. Oh, you want to switch sides?
He's going to run to Asgard.
Yeah. I now don't know that's a thing.
Sanctuary.
Yeah, it turns into a foot race.
Yeah, I guess. Lion's Tooth Dagger, go for a bloody wound again.
Go for it, make your attack roll.
That is a 24.
That hits.
Yeah, so no damage. He gets the d6 on the start of each of his turns.
Correct. Right.
I know there's no point trying to run away, so I will offhand attack with the spear. Yes.
We'll just check something. I think it has to be the other way around, because the spear isn't a light weapon.
Yeah, you're right.
Technically, both have to be light.
That's true, yeah.
Dual wield,
That's
so,
true.
I thought you had some arrangement where that wasn't a thing.
I may have forgotten it. Both need to be light in order to dual wield.
Yeah.
But given the fact that the spear is counted as finesse and boosted by magic, I'm kind of okay with it. But I guess the spear needs to be the action to use a light dagger as an offhand. So you got your bonus still.
Yeah, just not a lot I can do with it.
You're a rogue. You've got all the things you can do with it.
Well, dashing doesn't help because it catches me. Disengage doesn't help because I'm doing that automatically, and there's nowhere for me to hide.
Can you take the dodge action?
No,
Does it?
That's a monk.
Not as a bonus.
Doesn't do that.
So yeah, I've got precisely fuck all I can do.
Mm-hmm.
Can I get an armed strike just for the hell of it?
Sure. Why not? Make a punch. Well, you've got two weapons in your hands. You'd have to drop
A
something.
kick.
Or
Okay. Yeah. Sure. Try and kick him in the shin.
Natural one. No.
Ping! Ah! Fuck! Mad! Just hopping around a bit. It's his turn. He is going to.
The beating commence.
Yes. He's going to cast Hold Person on you.
Mm-hmm.
So make a Wisdom saving throw, please.
The dickiest of dick moves.
Natural 20.
Fuck.
With a D4.
No, that's on his ability checks, not
Oh,
saves.
no, because said
No,
oh yeah,
it's
this time
just-
around you said we did special handshake and no one did a poison check.
Cedric still did the detect
Okay.
poison.
God damn it!
I didn't bother with it for the sake of
Yeah, fair
expediency.
enough. All right.
Good one.
Yeah.
tried.
Yeah, no, worth it.
Yeah.
Fair.
I don't want him to die.
He is going to end his turn. Can't do anything. Your turn.
A little bit though.
Okay, we'll attack him with...
Oh, did you roll for the
Yeah.
lead?
6.
4.
For everyone to see.
Yeah. And I will go for stabbing him with the spear.
Might
Go
use
for
that
it.
for this natural 20.
I'll use my D10 on that one.
Okay.
Yeah, that takes it up to 25.
25 hits. Sneaking ice.
Now I have to work out all the D6s again.
86.
One, yeah. 3, 4,
One of which is
6,
cold.
7. Believe one is the cold.
Yes. Yeah, big. The one that isn't purple.
That's
Yeah,
nice.
that's
That's better.
Better.
6.
Much
Well,
better.
6 cold, which will presumably
3.
halving it, and then 6, 12, 16, 20, 22, 26, 29, 37 points of piercing.
37.
That's 3 less than the crit.
Yeah. That's crazy.
Alright.
Thanks for having too many ones in that.
That's action.
Yeah.
Bonus.
I'm going to move towards the side of the bridge.
Okay. What, right up to the edge.
You're gonna try tempt
He's
him
gonna
again.
bait him.
Yeah. I'm-
Okay. It's his turn. He is going to cast haste on
36
himself. Yeah,
Yeah.
D6 damage, please.
Oh, come on!
It's worth the suspense.
Well, that means with that 6, he actually outdid a crit
Ah.
without a crit.
He's going to move up to you. He's going to cast haste on himself. Use his haste action to just attack you.
To hurt you.
To do some pain. That is a... Oh, great, that's 14 to hit. That was
Misses.
really bad on the attack roll.
That must be very bad.
I rolled a 4 and a 5.
Oh, I'm
He's
forgetting
no longer
that
boosted.
No longer.
Doesn't have his
strength boosted.
doesn't have his plus 14 to attacks that he
He's
had
not-
before.
He's no longer a boosted, now it's just a boosted ape.
That ends his turn. He's now right in front of you. You're up.
Even
right in
with
front of you.
haste?
Sorry?
Even though he cast haste?
That was his action to haste, and then use his haste action to attack.
Okay.
So he can't do anything. He's used his action to cast haste.
Okay. Go for stabbing him with the spear.
Go for stabbing with him spear. Stabbing him in the spear.
That is a 19 to hit.
Misses.
Yep.
He's too fast now. He just deflects it off the shield.
Yep. And again, no point running, so just stay there.
Okay. He's going to stab a bitch.
D6.
Yes, D6. He takes D6 damage, and I'll roll a con save to see if you...
6.
Another 6. Natural 20 on the save.
Worth, because that was about to be
That was
the
about to be the
attack.
attack roll.
It's Luke, come on, natural 20.
Nah, I feel a natural 1 coming and he's going to fall off the bridge.
17 to hit.
Yep, that's my AC.
Okay. First level Divine Smite on this.
Are you still rolling?
He doesn't have the dual wielding feat.
Right, I was going to say, because that gives you a +1 to your AC. doesn't it?
Yeah, I'm not dual wielding, I'm just carrying 2
You're just holding
weapons.
2 weapons.
5 points of necrotic damage and 6 points of slashing damage.
No, I'm not going to spend my dodge on that one.
Okay. 19, but yeah, 28 to hit.
Yeah.
There's
So-
those numbers.
Same again. First
Found
level
them.
smite. 10 points of necrotic and 6 of slashing. So that's 16.
Used to it.
If I dodge it.
What else
think
you
he's-
can
I think
use
he's
your
got a
reaction?
He's got a third attack from
Oh, he's
haste.
got a third attack. Oh, right, yeah.
I'll dodge the 16 and I'll reduce
Okay,
it
reduce
to
to
an
8.
And now he's going to roll that for 20.
Third attack. Nope, that's just an 18. Plus
Still hits.
plus stuff. It's
Yeah.
27. So yeah, another first level smite. Because fuck it. Another 16 points total.
There we go, it didn't make any difference.
Ow.
Ow.
As
Yeah.
he's just sort of slashing into you with more speed than you've ever seen him move. It's impressive and irritating.
Yep.
You're up.
Okay. Was that you giving me a signal?
I was scratching my head.
I think we were trying to communicate something.
Secret signal! Secret signal!
Hit him in the eardrum. Just bop him.
I'm going to try and stab him in the air.
Sure.
26
No,
points of gear damage.
that's a 19, which again doesn't
Misses.
meet his speedy AC.
Yeah, you try and stab him in the ear with a spear. It doesn't. Yeah.
It doesn't matter what I do, I'm not hitting him.
She's just like a silly thing.
So, his turn, he takes
Stop rolling that dice that way.
another 2.
2 points of damage.
Con save.
Yes. Natural 15. He is going to. How bad are you looking?
I'm down to 26 out of 81.
Okay, so bad. He's going to stab you again because he wants to. He's enjoying himself.
Not one of us is.
50, yeah, that is 24 to hit.
What do you think?
Why do you
Yeah.
even ask at this point?
Because I have
He
to.
likes to rub his head.
It's not like your AC's changing.
7 points of slashing damage. No smite this time.
7.
Yep.
He's used them all.
Down to 19.
Having done that, he's then going to go for drop the sword down, or drop the sword behind him, and go for the grapple this time. So make your acrobatics check.
Remember, I've got a D4.
Ugh. Right, I need to work out what his athletics is now.
23.
Yeah, 22. So he goes for the grapple this time. You just managed to duck out of the way. He has his third attack though, so he's going to go again.
Another grapple.
Yep.
Okay. 26.
22 again. He just can't get to you. Just trying to swing grab you. You now know what he's up to, so you're ducking and weaving, trying to make sure he doesn't get that grip
And you're
onto
still
you.
fighting on the edge of the fucking bridge.
Yeah, I mean, he is almost at a point of just Sparta kick, but you can just see him getting frustrated.
Yeah. Okay.
No, stream's lost. We've dropped out of the internet.
No.
Oh well, it's recording, so we'll just
Yeah, we're
upload
still
it later.
recording, yeah, it's fine.
Upload it to YouTube. What are you doing, Dom?
Finish it!
What on earth makes you think I can finish him?
Crit.
Hit him!
Yeah,
Crit.
come on. Sneak attack.
I
crit.
believe.
Okay, well let's start off by going for hitting
Wait,
it.
before he rolls,
Yes.
is Kelatar still able to inspire?
Yes. George, think of all the whores that are waiting for you back home.
It's like a
Deja
repeat!
vu.
and Lyra mumbles.
So you are inspired.
That was obviously a bit distracting. Let's see if the inspiration cancels out.
How bad was it?
Wow. That's a 5 on the D20 and a 1 on the inspiration.
Oh, that really wasn't worth it.
No. So that's a miss. But I have made my melee, so I can go around and play kick the sword again, and I've got more movement this time, so maybe I can get rid of it.
Yeah, you probably... Yeah, you do. Yeah, you got enough to go over, kick the sword, and just boot it off the edge.
Nice.
You have lost your weapon. Do you wish to surrender?
He's going to turn around.
Get
Get up behind you.
Oh,
Is it his
roll for
turn
the
to take
damage?
D6?
Yeah.
He does take D6.
5.
Con save.
Yeah, alright.
I just... Stop being so fast!
They want to get involved.
This is me playing. Con save!
Natural 17.
God damn it!
He's going to try and grapple you. He's all he's got. Oh, that'll punch you. Why?
Grapple, is it?
Yeah.
Because grappling sucks, that's why.
Why are you upset by the low
Because it's-
roll of the bad guy?
Because it's funny.
It's a low roll for me as well. That's
Oh,
only
God.
a 16.
16. It's 21. Like, bad considering what was going on. So he has now got you grappled. He's going to take the shield and try for the choke. What? Fuck you! 3 to 1. Fuck you, dice. Fine, hasted action.
Thank you, dice.
I mean, that one's just being a dick now. It's just rolled another 3. But the other one was a 10. But so 19 to hit. The improvised. Sorry, 18 to hit with the improvised weapon.
It's
So, just hits you, can't save.
only a 13.
13. You are starting to choke now.
Try harder, George.
But he's out of actions.
Yeah, that's his turn. Now your turn.
Do what
Yeah.
the Raven Queen
Try
said.
to escape with acrobatics.
Yes. Against his athletics.
Nope, that's a 2 and a 2.
Oh, you're back to doubles, are you? Oh no, yeah. Well, he rolled a 4 plus 13, so yeah, 17.
It's one turn gone.
Okay. He's just going to punch you in the kidneys.
He's not strong now.
Nope. So it's just an unarmed strike, which is 25 to hit.
Still pretty damn strong.
You take 4 points of bludgeoning damage.
You know, they're all going to be the same, so I'll dodge that one.
Okay, you take 2 points of bludgeoning damage.
That was a lot less than that.
He's actually gonna move you so that you're standing directly in front of these guys, but we'll back to it. And he's going to take another unarmed strike, but he's going to kick you in the back of the knees. He's trying to trip you, and push you to the ground. That is, many. It's a natural 19 plus stuff. So he's just going to not dealing damage because he's still holding you in the grapple, but he's just going to push you down to your knees so that you're kneeling in front of the thing. So the two of you are there, prone. If you think George is strong enough to do that,
I mean, now that he's down, he's got a lot more strength.
you
lower
really
your
don't understand how muscles work.
No, the
Hello,
lower
Garrett.
the lower your body is, the lower your center of gravity is, the easier it is for you to move something like that.
Yeah, but
I grasping at straws here, mate.
he's going to lean down and just say in your ear, "You deserve this. The one I serve will enjoy you." Your turn.
Hopefully it's his sister.
Wow, way to kill the mood.
We're
Fuck
about
you.
to lose a friend!
I don't count that as killing the mood. Kind of just improves
So
it.
yeah, try to break the grapple again.
Yep.
Come on, man. Better.
Yeah, that's a 29.
29? Jesus Christ. Yeah,
Yeah.
25.
Yeah.
D4.
Hey.
Look at 29.
16 on the D20, 4 on the D4, and 9 because I'm Dexy. And
Yeah, you are.
efficiency.
So you break out a bit. You are prone, though.
Yeah, but I'm going to sort of say I dramatically roll, and then I'm going to use my movement to get back to my feet.
Yeah.
Uh,
Okay.
Was that my action?
That is your action.
Yeah.
Anytime you try to break grapple, it's an
I
action.
To
can't
dramatically
ac-
roll.
I can't actually stab him. So annoying. Well, in that case, I'll go.
Did he take a D6?
No, he did not.
Oh, let's do that now, if that's okay.
Yeah, it's fine.
6.
Con save!
Sanctuary.
I knew I didn't get to say something last time. I was like, something's wrong.
Yeah, he's fine. 9 plus 8 was Con. He's okay. It's a paladin!
He needs to roll 2 on
One,
that.
actually.
I'm going.
Because 2 will get him to 10, which is what he
Yeah,
needs
it's what
for
it needs,
anything
yeah.
less
Yeah.
than 10.
Okay, and in that case, I'm just going to go down to him, say down to him, loudly so that everyone can hear. And who is it you serve? This does not look like the work of the one.
He is going to just straight uppercut you with the shield. Just for an unarmed strike.
Oh, yeah. That's a teeth rattler.
It's just an unarmed strike, so it's 23 to hit.
Yeah.
9 points of bludgeoning damage. Actually, no, I'm going to say that this is
No.
kind of a...
9. It
9?
was
You
less
said
than that
5.
before.
You're right, I was looking at the wrong modifier. I'm
4.
going to say that this is a D4 plus strength modifier for this, because it is
Yeah, kind of a
heft
club.
behind a bit.
Yeah.
Oh. You take 4 points. Roll a 1 of damage. He just clocks you under the chin with the shield. Okay, you take 2 points of bludgeoning damage. He is going to... He's going to try and grapple you again. I just sort of mucked you with the shield. Really? 18.
14.
Oh, alright then. Roll 2 5s. Fucking hell. And just gets hold of you. And he's going to step you forward. So he's just holding you with your feet dangling off the bridge. He's going to attempt to choke you again.
Okay.
No, that just hits. That's a 17. Roll a 3 and a 4. Con save.
Jesus
Wow.
Christ, it's pretty much
Yeah,
impossible
unless
for him to hit.
Unless it was.
Yeah.
Can you cut it?
Yeah, he's within range, Kurt. I was going to try and shout quick words. And Lyra said your sister!
Yes, I didn't this time.
I don't know, it felt like something.
Why did I say that?
It's like
This time I'm really elbowing them.
Yeah, go for it. So the cutting words on that one drops it to
That's an 18.
18. Whack!
It does no damage. I have a strength modifier
Yeah.
of nothing, so I think it does 1
It does 1 damage. Fair. But you are still grappled and held over the edge. So it's gonna, even if you break free, you're gonna have to make a dex save to not plummet into the ocean.
Or take him with you. Interesting. Again, I feel like if he's holding him over, he's actually probably leaning over, so he's going to be in danger of falling over
George
as well.
isn't that heavy, to be honest.
He's
Yeah,
not a
but
heavy.
his armour and shield is.
And he's not
Yeah.
buff.
He's rolling. I rolled a strength check just to see if he would be able to sustain that, and he's okay for the moment. For now.
I know he is just naturally strong without the
Yeah.
super stupid.
He's
Super
strong-
stupid strength.
He's stronger than me without it.
Stupid giant string.
Anyway, what are you doing, George? I'm going to magic.
Yeah, well, I guess the only thing I can really try and do is break the grapple and hope for the best.
Okay.
I don't like that sentence.
I'm not breaking the grapple, so
No?
don't worry about it.
What'd you roll?
That's a magnificent 13.
Yeah, 29. Nope.
I'm going to gasp out.
You're not choking yet, so
Oh no,
Yeah, he missed.
he didn't choke, yes.
Kalatar heckles him.
Gonna shout out. Do you think your father would be proud of what you have become?
Okay. At the end of your turn, Kalatar is going to just shout out,
You can do it.
George! Hey, George! Nice ass!
I love
I
it.
don't know, I've got nothing!
His friend's about to die. He's that nice ass.
It's inspiring for George, it works for him.
That's Saurice's ass.
That was Elendor's
That's,
ass.
that's Eleanor's ass.
It's his turn next.
Yeah, D6.
Yes, sorry.
3.
3 points of death.
Conce!
I will end you.
Oh, you want to swap places, George? I'm a choker, bitch.
That's a natural 8, so he's fine.
He's got a 1 in 10 chance of actually failing his con save.
He's getting pretty
No,
pissed off with all this
because
bleeding.
He gets 2. He's got plus 8 to con.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It gets him to 10, which is enough.
So just 1 in 20, then he has to crit fail.
He has to
Shit.
crit fail.
Or George has to stab him.
He's going to use his lay on hands because he's pissed off of bleeding.
Using his lay on hands while he's holding. The,
He's got his
the
other hand.
grapple.
He's got his other hand free.
Okay.
He just needs to touch
He's not
himself
holding
in
a
some
sword.
way. Yes. For flavour, he's using his shield to choke him in place. In reality,
Yeah.
he's got a free hand, so that puts him up to there. That's his action. Hasted action. He's going to attempt to choke you, which is a 23. Kalatar is going to attempt to cutting words. It say, "Hey, Flamekeeper, your sister's got a nice ass." That reduces it by 5. No, that's not enough, is it? 23 down to 18, so no. Kalatar has 1 inspiration left. Make your con save, please.
Not even going to waste my inspiration on that.
No.
6.
6? No, you're choking again.
Yeah.
It's your turn.
Try and break the grapple. Let's go with the inspiration on that one.
Okay.
Why are you so Oh no, that's a 7, not a 1.
Why do you suck? Because you're not an 8.
Why are you so inspiring, Kalatar? 28.
28? Jesus Christ. Yeah, that'll do it. Didn't actually roll, did I?
He's so flustered.
Yeah, no.
His concentration.
Break out, so make a dex save for me. Grab onto the bridge or try and land
Here's
on
my
it.
roll a natural one. Oh no, that's a 21.
21, okay. You manage to bring your feet up, so you're pushing into his stomach. You push back throwing your weight forward, balancing on top of the shield, and flip over and land on the side. As he push him backwards, you end up landing there.
That's what he's gonna like.
Screw it, I'm gonna. It's not even gonna work, but I'm gonna move around behind him.
Okay.
Oh, no, I can't make an attack, can I? So I've used my action.
Have used your action.
Well,
Fuck!
This is just rinse and repeat.
yeah.
Like you never actually get a turn.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but there we go.
This gets boring.
Thanks,
So,
Tom.
let me guess, he's going to choke me again.
You've just run around behind him.
Yeah.
He is going to. What's he going to do here?
Luke's trying to think of anything else other than Luke's for the last 30 turns.
Yep.
Can't choke. What else can he do?
He hasn't got any other weapons on him. He is going to attempt to. He's going to do a specified grapple to try and rip your dagger off you. So this will be. You say the first one is the grapple to try and get the wrist position. Then it'll be a contested roll to try and rip away for the second attack.
Right.
So make an acrobatics check to try and avoid the grab.
22.
25. So gets in, gets hold of the hand first, and he's going to try and wrench the dagger from your hand. So make a contested strength check. It's just straight strength, no proficiency or anything.
Do I get my D4? Is it an
Check.
ability?
It is an ability check, yeah. So
Oh, blimey. 22.
18. No,
I
it doesn't.
really like that dagger.
Yeah.
apparently.
No. He's just trying to pull it out. Does not succeed. He's going to go again because he's got his last attack.
No, you don't try and grab knives off people. That's how you.
He's going to go again.
Stab hands.
No, that's only a 7.
Natural 1.
Oh.
This time, as you come across it, you just take the dagger and you just move it up slightly, and he just cuts his hand on it. He just slices it slightly open. He takes 1 point of damage from that.
God save!
Yes!
That's the spirit.
Natural 9. Yeah, no. Alright, ends his turn.
But for once, I'm not grappled.
You are not grappled. It is your turn.
Hey, did he take... Oh no, he was
He's healed
He healed
himself.
himself.
Killed himself in between.
Dice somewhere.
Screw it, I've still got the dagger, so let's go for giving him another bloody wound.
Go for it.
Not with a cockshot. That's pretty good.
Natural 19.
Well, natural 18, but it's
18.
a plus 9, so that's 28.
Yeah, I'll do it.
So yeah, no damage, but he'll take a d6 at the start of each of his turns.
Gotcha.
Yeah, can't make another attack.
Alright.
So I will say, you dare wear the symbol of Z1 and Elendor when you have turned against what they stand for. Have you no shame?
As you look now on his shield, you can see the symbol closer, and it looks like it's 5 concentric circles with a pair of horns. Just going up underneath it. Roll a religion check.
Oh, good. Intelligence.
D4.
I always do well at intelligence. I actually do well at intelligence. That's a 16 on religion.
Okay. I'll tell you later.
When I'm dead.
It won't help you now.
It's his turn. He still has you grappled. You never broke the grapple. You just sort of stabbed into his arm.
Wait, what?
You never broke the grapple.
I didn't think I was grappled.
He grabbed your arm and then tried to wrench
that
the
grapple.
your
Right,
knife
sorry.
So I
away.
wasn't sort of
So you
restrained.
avoided...
You weren't restrained. You were just sort of held in place.
Okay.
So it was more irritating more than anything else.
So your... Does that mean your speed is still
Speed is 0, but it didn't make a difference in the
I
move.
can't run away from him anyway, so it doesn't matter.
He's going to attempt to rip it out your hand again. So we've got something.
Oh, hang on, it was the start of his turn.
Yes, it was.
D6. 4.
Con save.
I feel like I'm starting a trend. Proud of myself.
Yeah, you see if it goes any better than your sanctuary trend.
I still love that one.
13 on acrobatics.
13 acrobatics? No, that's 18 on the dice. So he wrenches the dagger out of your hand, and he's just going to stab you with it.
You take no damage.
Hey, dick move.
Does that mean if is he got the knife? Is he still grappling?
No, he's let go of the grapple to pull the knife out of your hand. He doesn't have a free hand to grapple you anymore. So just making an attack with advantage because he is.
It's a +1 weapon.
It is +1 weapon, so it's back up to what he had before.
Like it'll make a difference.
Well, gotta play it
17 to hit.
fair. Yeah.
If it wasn't a +1 weapon, it wouldn't have hit him.
Skeletor?
It's fair, actually. He has got one more.
I think Kalatar will hold off on this one purely because he suspects that there might be something else coming. He's going to use a first level Divine Smite on you, though.
It's almost like they're the same person.
Yeah. It's almost like I know that there's more to come.
Lucky, there's more to come.
11 points. 11 points of necrotic damage and 8 points of piercing damage.
Dodge. So that was 19 to
19 down to 10.
Yeah.
And third attack. On the haste. 12 and a 1. So the 12 hits. That's 21 to hit.
Yeah.
Just straight dagger damage. Is 7 points of piercing damage.
Yeah. Down.
Unconscious.
Yeah.
Okay. Your turn. Roll death save.
Death save.
There's been 2 continents I can't step on.
Fail.
Fail. I'm just going to stand there, dagger in hand, looking down at you. Your turn. Because that's when the haste wears off.
Success.
Okay. Actually, he would still be taking the bleed damage.
Oh yeah.
So roll your 2d6. He's just bleeding.
That's 2 3s.
Okay, so that's another 6 points of damage.
The fight won by him bleeding out.
Hey, worse things have happened, man.
I mean, yeah. He's just standing there. Seems to think he's victorious. It's your turn.
10. That's a success, isn't it?
It is.
Yep.
10 or higher. Are these ability checks?
No, they're saving
Shame.
throws. Another
his turn again.
d6. Yep.
5.
5.
Connor?
Cons. He's
already
out.
lost.
He's already lost. But I won't decline the prompt.
That ends his turn. He's not going to do anything. He's just waiting for you to die.
But I don't. I stabilise.
Stabilise. Okay.
Woo.
As long as he waits for an hour, we're good. For like one more round after that hour.
He's going to stab you with a dagger.
Yeah.
So you're just going to bury it into your chest, and you just start failing saves again. And he's going to take the spear off you as well. You just stand that over you, so make another death save.
So was that a fail from him stabbing me?
No, it just knocks you back down from being stabilised.
Okay.
So it's a new track.
Well, that's a fail anyway.
What was it?
A 2.
2. Takes the staff, the spear.
Hang on.
Yep. Keeps bleeding.
6.
6.
Come on!
If you were conscious, you would know that this is a flaw of his. He does like to showboat. He takes the spear and he just walks around you, just looking deeply into the eyes of each of your party members. Death save.
Is that 16? That's a success.
Okay, 1 success.
So. Oh yeah.
Failure, 1 success.
Yes.
Okay, so that kind of resets my death saves.
Yeah, stabilising resets your death saves to nothing, and then when you
Okay.
take damage, you start losing it.
With you. His turn?
Yep. Nothing. Yeah, bleeding.
4.
4. At some point, he's going to realise he probably should see to that, but he's enjoying the moment too much. He takes the spear and just twirls it above his head.
I can do it too.
Your turn.
Fail.
Okay.
With a 4.
Good to kneel down next to you. Place the shield by your head.
2 points.
Bleeds over you slightly.
Falls on you, kills you with his lifeless body.
He will send his regards. With the honour of your faithful servant. Death save.
Fail. That's a 9.
9. With
And
that.
that's 3 fails.
Yep. And with that, George's last breath expires. As you watch, the body on the ground just arches slightly. As a sort of grey-white orb starts to float out of the open mouth, hover over the body. From the shield, there's a burst from those concentric circles of black energy that just grasps over the spirit and drags it back in. Duralus steps forward and looks at Kafina. I'm sorry, but in the eyes of the gods, George has been deemed guilty. And therefore we must assign you the same guilt. As is my right as the King of Alfheim, I must banish you to the end of Bifrost and to a life of... Stops and looks down the bridge. Shit. We need... As he turns around, he notices that Evendril is sort of standing there looking like he's trying to cast a spell. Nothing is happening. Evendril, why can't we get back? What's going... As he does, there is a giant boulder of ice and rock slams into Evendril, throwing him off the side of the Bifrost and down into the sea below. You look over your shoulder and you can see that there is something rushing towards you. Fast moving. Previously invisible, now suddenly available to be seen. A large, grey-blue humanoid creature running alongside this giant blue centipede-like creature, pulling behind it a cart. They are charging towards you.
On the Bifrost?
On the Bifrost, running at you.
Wait, I thought we were on the bridge.
No, we're off to the side.
Off to the side. That is where we're going to pick up next week. As the... Yeah, those come charging down. So...
Thanks for the 2 rolls that I used them. It's such a shame. I wanted to say to him before that he's like, I'm sorry, I have to banish you. It's like, I'm sorry, you won't have anyone to help you with what's to come. But yeah, looks like more shit's happening. Don't feel bad for him.
Yeah. A few things to discuss after that, I think.
I guess I'm rolling some stats.
I don't think we can discuss anything because whatever happens now is happening next. If we discuss anything, that will...
Conversations for me and Dom, at least. And I think there's some other things that we can talk about off stream. So we will come to that next time. Thank you for joining us, and this was our 50th episode. So that's a thing that happens.
Correct anniversary by killing a character.
Yay! That's what you get with Eat, Crit and Survive.
Yeah. So.
It's too soon, Jared. Too soon.
Yeah, a little bit. We didn't do that after you died in episode 2.
Yeah.
So yes, we shall pick that up next week. Thank you very much for joining us, and we shall see you soon.